Good evening, ladies and gents. How we doing? It is David Buick here, obviously. Talking Scottish football tonight. I'm on my own at the moment, but don't worry. Mr. Fitzsimons will be appearing shortly once he's had his dinner, because he's just back from five-a-sides and didn't tell me until about 10 minutes ago I was starting on my own. Scotland, Armenia tonight in the Nations League. I'm obviously not at Hampden Park, and if you're watching this, I'd imagine you're not at Hampden Park either. So Premier Sports is on behind the webcam, so I will be able to watch the game here and talk everyone through it and have a bit of fun, have a bit of chat, and try and cover some other things as well as Scotland, because I think that, hopefully it's going to be a routine night for Scotland, but we'll see how this goes. These things never tend to be easy. We'll also look back at last Wednesday's game as well, because I think we need to do a bit of a post-mortem on that, because we haven't really covered it. We haven't covered anything for about 3 weeks on this channel. Get the comments in, especially while I'm on my own here. Help me out, guys. Come on, because I need some help, because I've not got Ryan with me to chat shit with just now. So in the comments, get any talking points, any questions, anything like that, and we'll try and cover as much as we can. First comment is from Aiden DFC. Says Thomas Tam Courts away. Heard that. That's something we'll probably come to in a bit. I've got a message from Fitzsimons there as we speak. Dinner is almost served. So Maggie and Stevie are rustling up his dinner. And then he'll be back. So let's start with the team news, shall we? Because that is probably an interesting thing to cover. And there's 6 changes. You can't see Armstrong and Ralston's name there because I've got the score. Anyway, Gordon's in goal as usual. Andy Robertson is in. Hopefully worked off that hangover now. Suter, Hendry and McKenna make up the back 3. And Ralston, of course, gets his debut at right back. And you've got McGregor, Armstrong and McGinn in midfield. And then Christie behind Shea Adams. So that's the team for tonight. What do we make of that? 6 changes is probably more than I expected, if I'm honest. But, Clarke has obviously had to make changes. We've obviously got a game in 3 days in Dublin, which should be a cracker. Hopefully we win tonight, and that can be something we can look forward to. But yeah, obviously no Lyndon Dykes. He's injured. McTominay drops out, as does Gilmore. Cooper. Who are the other ones? Cooper. Someone else. I'm not sure. Hecky was also not very good, was he, against Ukraine? So yeah, Ukraine. What was everyone's thoughts on that? I was obviously there. I had a really good day, I'll be perfectly honest, because it was fun. I had a good night. It was pushed. It was great. The atmosphere was good. The way I looked at it full time was we were beaten by the better side, and too many of our big players didn't turn up. To me, it was kind of as simple as that. But yeah, Michael Waring says, felt like last game was crying for Ralston. Hickey was fine, but blowing out his arse most of the game. Thoughts? I thought Aaron Hickey looked really, really nervous, which is strange because the guy's played for Bologna against Juventus and AC Milan. He's obviously got, lots of pedigree, and he's played at a decent level, and obviously he's a good player. I just didn't really show it. Matthew McKinley, utter perch the other night. McGinn was awful. Now, I thought McGinn was dreadful. I'll be honest with you. I agree. I thought he was really, really poor. I couldn't get him into the game at all. And maybe it's a bit of an over-reliance we've got on him. We kind of hoped that he was going to do something. A bit like McFadden used to do back in the day. If we stay in the game, McFadden will do something, but we didn't stay in the game to begin with. Wrong team and tactics, says Paul Muir. Yeah, Clarke's taken a lot of criticism, hasn't he? Obviously, I would never criticise Steve Clarke ever. It just wouldn't be something I would do. But no, he did take a lot of criticism, but we were 8 undefeated before that to get us into the playoff. You're going to have off nights. Too many of our big players did, as far as I'm concerned. Dykes didn't do enough. Adams. Callum McGregor was the best player for me by a mile. Robertson over the piece wasn't good enough, although I did think in the first half, anytime we looked like we were going to do anything was down that left-hand side. But again, just not good enough from him. And Tierney. I mean, talk to me about Tierney, guys, in the comments. How massive a miss is Kieran Tierney? And the back 3, does it work without Kieran Tierney? I'm not sure it does. It seems like it was a shape that was designed to get Tierney and Robertson into the same team, and it's been working really, really well, don't get me wrong. But see, without Tierney's driving runs from left centre half, we looked so lost. And yeah, I just struggled to see what the game plan. Tony Higgins says, I thought Clarke's tactics were awful. Do you think he'll learn, as the Ukraine game was so similar to the Czech game in the Euros? Yeah, it's a good comparison, actually. I hadn't really thought about it that way. Similar in the sense of maybe they were just both better than us, but again, we didn't turn up on the night. I couldn't understand what our plan was in the first half. Was it go long to Dykes and play off the second balls? If so, why didn't we get closer to him? Would be something I would say. We did seem to really be devoid of ideas in an attacking sense. What else have we got here? Thank God, Stuart Miller. Thank God Dykes has dropped. He's an awful football player. Yeah, didn't have a great night, Dykesy, did he? Ewan Sterling says you maybe proved right about Clarke in a long time. Well, listen, I'm not one for getting on my high horse, right? But if we do, then certain people on Twitter will be getting it. But no, listen, it was 1 defeat in 9. So let's try and maintain a better perspective. This Nations League campaign is huge. We obviously got to the Euros because of the Nations League. Some people still don't seem to realise how big of a thing this could be. So yeah, we've got to try and go again, build momentum. Tonight is a big part in doing that. We've got to get a big win. We've got to get a win and hopefully do it with a little bit of style, but we've just got to get the 3 points in this group before Ireland on Saturday. James Doherty, good to see you too, mate. All is well, all very good, mate. So 3-1 Scotland victory, new goal scorer, hopefully. Oh, well, hopefully it'll be somebody. Not really sure who it is. Edward Boyle, Simple Boyle over the top should be never. Yeah, it was a really poor first goal, wasn't it? And I think that halftime came at a decent time for us in that, it was only 1-0 at halftime. The second half, though, I think Clarke obviously throws on Christie. And it was the change I would have made. And this is the thing. It's the team I would have picked. And the first sub was the first sub I would have made. So it's kind of hard to be sitting here and slagging off Clarke for the selection and the initial substitution. And then Ryan Christie gets subbed on. But I think he's kind of hoping at that point if we could just stay in the game and then counter them. And we did have success in the second half. But the second goal goes in, it's too little too late. Craig White, legend, says Levine had an absolute brass neck criticising Steve Clarke. I don't think the tactics were right, but people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Steve Clarke would have us play with no strikers. So it is what it is. And there is 118 in the chat. He'll be here soon. I've not actually spoke to him in ages, so this is going to be interesting. We'll just have a catch up in front of you. Aaron Smith for the first super chat of the night, an absolute legend. A lot of people actually think he is Ryan Christie, I'm telling you. Who would you say is our best back five? Oof. It's tough, isn't it? Because we've chopped and changed so much. I don't think McTominay should be in there. I know I put him on my team on Twitter, but I think that's just mainly because when you do those teams, you've kind of got to go with some realism. McTominay was always going to play. But I mean, right back, I still think it's Patterson's jersey to lose. So that's Nathan Patterson for me. The three, I think Tierney's guaranteed. I still think Hanley's done enough over the last 18 months to warrant that jersey. And then the right-sided one, I would probably say John Souttar, to be honest, but it's more than likely going to be McTominay, I would imagine, in the future. Blaze, are you able to watch the game? Yeah, I've got Premier Sports on in the background. Just subscribed to it today because we've just got to now, haven't we? Ryan Anderson, one of ours, absolutely. See, last week at the Ukraine game, I was with Dunfermline fans at the game, but the amount I bumped into, Pars are massive, mate. So, yes. Cassius Clyde, don't understand Clarke's thinking behind the call-ups of Brown and Stewart, but give both little chance of success. Well, I think tonight was the one time where I would have liked to see maybe one of them start. I mean, why else are they in the squad? If Dykes is injured, you're playing Armenia at home. It's just a bit strange to me. We started with 2 strikers against Ukraine, who were a team that made, I think, the quarterfinals of the Euros. But then Armenia, who got beat 9-0 in the last away game, were playing 1 striker. So it's interesting. That's an absolutely interesting one, but it is what it is. Another pass fancy. We're absolutely everywhere. We're huge. James McKenzie with the £1.79 super chat. Thank you very much. Good sir. Mystic Buick knew he should have been gone since the Euros. I'm guessing you're talking about Clarke. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. You've got to take these things with. You've got to try and have perspective, don't you? I know I'm one who's kind of jumped into footed in the past, but we've got to try and maintain. We're still in a good spot. Guaranteed, if we lose tonight, I could change things very quickly. The teams are just out of the tunnel. A reasonable crowd in there, although everyone was trying to shift their tickets, weren't they? Not great. I can't show the game on here, Jacob. Sorry, mate. I wish I could, but you can listen to my dulcet tones kind of analyse what's in front of me. Joseph Coyle, hello. How are you? Nice to see you in the chat tonight, good sir. Deg was sat in the East Stand at the Ukraine game, holding my hand up to block the sun for about an hour. Yeah, it was interesting. They tried to do a light show, and it was really, really bright. It was a lovely day for a game of football. Everything bar the game of football, it was great. I really, really enjoyed it. Shed pre-match, my first Shed experience, ended up in their post-match as well. That was good fun. Armenia are a good team, says James Doherty. Well, we're about to find out just how good they are. They obviously beat Ireland at the weekend. Stephen Kenny's Ireland, good old Stephen Kenny. Yeah, so I mean, let's just hope they can't spring an upset tonight. Scotland cannot cope without Tierney. Well, they should be able to cope without Tierney. We've done it before. Tierney has missed games for Scotland when we've won before. It's not like it's impossible. We were lucky to only be 1-0 half time. You're right. Carver for the manager's job, says Ryan. He believes he's the best coach in the Premier League. So yeah, get him in. Why not? Yeah, I mean, you won 1-0, then lost 9-0, then won 1-0, so 9-0 Scotland. I'd love that, Edward. That would be very, very good. 182 people in viewing this so far. Yeah, everyone get your comments in. Try and help me keep this going until Speckatron appears and I can bounce some chat off him. Michael Waring back 5 against Armenia is just so depressing, man. It's not great, is it? It's absolutely not great. Joseph's away to Fuerteventura. Very good. Lucky for some. Although the weather in the Highlands, which is about as in depth as I'm just reading Ryan's messages. He's going to be on in 10. 10 minutes. 10 minutes countdown for Ryan Fitzsimons joining the live stream. Conor Nickel, Mourinho to Scotland. Yeah, he'd probably. We've had enough of defensive managers, haven't we? We don't need him. The anthem is being sung. Cal McGregor still got the face mask on. He looks fantastic, in fairness, and he was very good the other night, I have to say. Tony Ralston, big night for him. Massive night for Tony Ralston. I'm surprised he's singing. He doesn't strike me as a singer. I thought he might have given it the Tierney kind of and Scott Brown staring at the camera vibes, but everyone is singing, which is great. Love a bit of that. That obviously helps our performance massively. So yeah, it looks like a decent crowd at Hampden. I mean, I would have been there if I could have been, but just not ideal for me with travel at the best of times. Never mind with the state of ScotRail at this moment in time. Blazy, do you think Lewis Ferguson will ever be played? Well, he's come off the bench a lot, has he not? I feel like he might have started a game as well, but he's definitely come off the bench a lot. Listen, he's still a young lad. He's got a big career ahead of him. I'd imagine plenty of Scotland caps in the future. Kyle McCluskey is in Mexico. Hello, Mexico. Good evening to you. What time is it in Mexico? Just out of interest. 118 turning up late again. Nothing's changed. No, nothing has changed. 210 people in here at this moment in time as Andy Robertson gives a rousing round of applause to his teammates in order to get them going for this one. Captain, leader, legend, a man who's also faced a lot of criticism. I tried to say criticism. I said criticism in recent days. He's going to have a big performance tonight because, otherwise he could face further criticism. I know people don't tend to rate him when he plays for Scotland. A lot of the stuff he gets is over the top, but in the last week or so, it's not been great. 1:45 in Mexico. I'm assuming you mean in the afternoon. My concept of time zones is horrendous. I'd imagine it will be in the afternoon. He loves my Twitter profile picture. Thank you. It's horrendous, but it is what it is. Froggy Cell lives next to Hampden, no ticket, can hear the anthem to pub or not to pub. Walk across the road, mate. There'll probably be somebody with a ticket, or just someone could probably send you one. There's loads of people who have tickets that are not there. Although the North Stand is looking very, very full, which is surprising. Another thing I want to ask everyone in the chat who maybe watched it on TV, what did you make of the atmosphere last week? It probably wasn't as... I know we didn't have much to think about in terms of the performance, but I didn't feel like it was really, as rocking as it has been. Certainly the Denmark game and the Israel game. Yeah, it was a strange one. Maybe people were just a bit too pushed and couldn't get going. But it seems like a decent crowd in tonight. This is the thing, though. If this was 4 years ago, there would be maybe 20,000 there tops. Whereas there is a good crowd inside Hampden Park tonight. I don't know whether to put the volume on just a tad so I can hear what's happening. You guys let me know if you can hear the Sky one. You guys let me know if you can hear that volume. If you can, I'll turn it down. But otherwise, they got slapped in the face of the beach ball. The beach balls were everywhere last week. It felt like we were like on holiday or something. I watched them shed up to Hampden. And as I was walking in, Douglas Ross was right in front of me, so I should have known I was in for a bad night as soon as I saw him. It was rubbish, says Stuart Miller. We didn't make it a hostile atmosphere. We showed creating too much respect. Completely agree. We should have been absolutely up for it and against them in every sense possible. I don't know, we obviously all got sympathy with them, but we had to make it more hostile, and we didn't do it. Michael McKenna, I hope that's not Michael McKenna from Arbroath. Well, I say I hope I don't care. It might be. It's on Premier Sports. The game is underway, and Scotland have kicked off shooting towards the East Stand. Yeah. Too much John McGinn. And the John McGinn song Bingo, 10 seconds it took for the John McGinn song to be to be sang at Hampden Park tonight as Armenia put the ball into the air. Suter goes to win that. Cal McGregor gets it down. I don't know whether to do like a commentary for this. I'm just going to analyse it as it happens. How do I feel about the World Cup in Qatar overall? I mean, the only thing I like about the World Cup in Qatar is that it is just before Christmas, which I think is kind of cool. It's going to be really weird, but at the same time, I mean, that's always a lovely time of year anyway, but the fact there's a World Cup on is going to be really, really good. So yeah, looking forward to it. Is Mkhitaryan still playing national level? I don't know. Probably, but he's not playing tonight. I'm assuming he is injured. Somebody might know better than me on that. I've actually, to be honest, when the teams came out, I was looking for his name and didn't see it. So I was pleasantly surprised at that. Stuart Armstrong is over on the right-hand side just now, which is an interesting one. The fullbacks are very high, or the wing-backs, I should say. Ralston very advanced. The thing about Ralston is he is a bit of a goal threat as well. An assist as well for Celtic this season. Very impressive. He is a creative. Is creative the right word? He's certainly effective in the final third, Anthony Ralston. He got injured with Roma in the conference final, says Stuart Miller. I've not watched much football. See, since the film got relegated, I've kind of not watched anything unless I felt like I had to. So like the Scotland games and the Champions League final, that's pretty much all I've watched. Tony Higgins says he's retired, so we've got a conflict of opinion in the chat there on Henrik Mkhitaryan's international status. Let me just check my messages, make sure I'm not missing anything. And I'm not. We're all right. We're good to go. So yes, 2 minutes played. Armstrong's got the ball on the right-hand side, finds Ralston. Puts it into the box, cleared away. McGinn on the ball. Robertson makes a great run. Robertson's there. It's out for a corner. Good start. Really good start. It's on Premier Sport. Premier Sports 1. So if you've not got Premier Sports, sit here and listen to me instead. James McKenzie, I'm watching it on the telly, so I shouldn't have any delay. 2 minutes 27 as I speak. Yeah. It'll be cool as a one-time thing. I completely agree with this, to be honest with you, mate. But it has to go back to the summer. And also all this talk of like adding more teams to World Cup finals, I think it just, it takes the special factor away from it. Christie the short corner to Adams. Bit of a waste that comes to McGinn. Whips it. That's a dreadful ball in the box. A waste. Absolute waste. It's a fucking disgrace. This isn't on BBC. Yeah, listen, I mean, what was the England game on last night? Channel 4, was it? Have they got the rights for England? Did I hear that? So it's not ideal. But I mean, we've just kind of been used to it there for so long, haven't we? That it is what it is. Tony Ralston, the goat. Yeah, I mean, what a turnaround in his fortunes he's had. It was on BBC last night, the England game. Why did I think it was Channel 4? Maybe they've got the home games. But I mean, are sitting very deep, and I think it's going to be one of these nights. It looked like a foul throw from Jack Hendry, but Ralston, but it wasn't given. That call for the penalty had me up in arms. What penalty was that? I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Sorry. But that's another thing we haven't talked about last week was the McGinn header. Jesus, that's up there with Armstrong against England, isn't it? Not putting it away. Michael Waring outswinging / short corners will be the death of me. See, I hate an outswinging corner, but Liverpool do it quite effectively. But I just can't stand it. Harry Kane's yeah. It's annoying because I think he was offside, wasn't he, Kane, as well? So the German boy just left him even when he scored. VAR would have called it off, but that was any bit of contact, he was going to go down, wasn't he? But they were shite last night, were they not? I mean, I saw a bit of the highlights as I was setting up, and Germany looked good, I have to say. Hansi Flick's done a decent job with them. They needed a bit of freshness, didn't they, Germany? I mean, Löw was there for ages. Good ball in by Robertson. Ralston! Chance! Oh, it's off the post by Stuart Armstrong. That's a really good bit of play from Scotland, to be fair. Great ball by Robertson to Ralston. Lovely cut back, and Armstrong hits the post. Good start, though. What a ball by Robertson. Great little touch by Ralston, and Armstrong's really unlucky. Really unlucky. Yes, Ross, we're starting well, mate. Good chance so far. Armstrong hitting the bar there. The post, sorry, not the bar. It's a delicate finish, actually. He's really unlucky. But, yeah. A decent start from Scotland, have to say. Getting my stick. What does he mean by that? I don't know what he's talking about. It'll be absolutely boiling hot. Well, listen, we didn't want to go anyway, did we? Let's be perfectly honest. We didn't want to go. Cam McFarlane can't stomach watching this game. Just watch He's rather watch me watch it. I mean, that's something, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, I might give you some form of entertainment as the evening goes on. So I'm just trying to get a hang of the fact Hendry's playing in the middle of the three, which is not what I expected to see. Suter at the right of the three. I'd have probably played Suter in the middle. Rick Astley's in the chat. I'm going to get rickrolled. And someone who looks like an Armenian name. Yeah. Welcome, Armenian fans. Armenia fans. Yeah, surely Scott Wright. I mean, I'm not having the Scott Wright shouts, I'll be honest. I know he had a lot of game time for Rangers, but if Rangers are anywhere near full strength, Scott Wright doesn't play, does he? I mean, come on. He's not. No, I don't think he does suit it. Where does he fit in the shape? He doesn't. So yeah, sure, McKenna. Yeah, he does. He plays. McKenna, I was expecting to be in the left of the three. I just thought Suter might be in the middle with Hendry on the right. But it is what it is. Cam McFarlane, Scott Wright is dog jobby. I mean, that was kind of my thinking as well. But no, he's done okay, Scott Wright, I suppose. But I don't think he's at international level. McGinn now again with that diagonal ball to Robertson. Can Robbo get there? He does, fires it across. It comes all the way through, and he'll go for a throw. That ball's on every time. Robertson's made a couple of good runs. We didn't do any of that the other night. Here's Armstrong, done really well. Drives into the box. Oh, and he's almost got away from his man, but he's done well. Evening, Kendo. How we doing, lad? What are you doing for the game tonight? I thought you might have jumped at the chance to be on this with me, but you obviously have better plans. Stuart Miller's not having a Scott Wright shout either. But Scotland started well. Suter now driving forward. Ralston beats his man. Brilliant from Ralston. Low ball in. Oh, and it goes all the way through out to Robertson. Yo, what a save. What a start by Scotland. This has been fantastic. This is showing the intensity we should have started with the other night. Ralston does amazingly, beats his man, sends him for the Glasgow Times. It comes all the way through. Robertson with a great effort, to be fair to Robbo, deflected. And then I think the keeper saves it as well. Corner taken. McGregor, Christie, thinks it. And it's going to come out. And Armenia can break. But really good start. Really good start. Wi-Fi shocking, can't take the gamble. My Wi-Fi now in the flat in Glasgow was shite, but it's better now than at home, to be fair. Oh, Warren Burke asking the big questions. One day you'll find out, my friend. Header saved. The flag wasn't up, actually, so Hendry was onside. DK YT, thank you very much, mate. I hope you mean me rather than us in general, because, I mean, I'm very selfish and like that sort of prize. Jackie's 90 amazing what happens when Dykes is nowhere near the pitch. That's a bit hard. Linden probably would be getting on the end of some of these crosses. The Scotland really should be 1-0 up. It was a really good low effort from Robertson. What a save that is, in fairness. Really good save. Ralston on the time of his life. Yeah, he started really well, Ralston, to be fair. Joseph Coyle, he's coming, mate. Don't worry, he's on the way. He'll be here soon. Ball into the box again, cleared away. Ryan's going to have a delay, so he's going to have to try and deal with me telling him what's happening. Because I imagine he'll be on the fire sticks, too tight to pay for Premier Sports. Yes, McTominay out. I mean, he is out of the team. What team do you support? Listen, Ross, I'd rather not discuss it, mate. If I'm perfect, with all due respect to yourself, I would rather not discuss that with you. It's a very private matter, and it's something I don't like to admit to. Actually, why? I didn't have the time off to be at the game this weekend, tonight, mate. I probably would have been if I had the days off, but I need the Saturday off. So Armstrong's got the ball in the box. Can he win it? He can't. Someone's ringing me. Who's phoning me? My mother's phoning me, which is a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. McGregor, Ralston. Good start though. 10 minutes in. The early goal would have really settled things, but it should be a. What an unbelievable! If you aren't watching the game, look out for the save from Robertson. The highlights from Robertson's shot. It's an absolute fantastic save. She's phoned to tell you if it was on. No, she's phoned to ask me if I went in from the shot. Probably, I would imagine. I'm going to phone her back. Don't worry. Robertson with a missed touch there. The ball goes over for the own. So lots of people on Twitter will be slating him right now. Yeah. what we make. Is anyone actually watching the game and listening to me? No link on Heathcote, times changing. Heathcote's in the mud a little bit, isn't it? I mean, they stopped doing the Premier League games, they stopped doing the Champions League games. They are in the mud, which is a bit of a shame for all, sketchy live stream viewers. Ralston fires into a 50-50 there. Brilliant. Another Armenia fan in the chat. Good evening to you. Welcome. Robertson should pretend Robertson started well. I mean, the guy can't do anything right for Scotland, can he? Joseph, mate, I'm glad you listen to me. Nobody listens to me very often, but I'm glad you do. So yeah, Fire Stick Loyal, says Warren Bark. Yeah, I should probably get one, shouldn't I? So used to having the one in the flat, which was nice, but I absolutely detest watching things on a delay. It really upsets me. But yeah, dead goal. It is dead. McGregor into Christie. I mean, we're playing some really nice stuff. Christie fires it across towards Adams and cleared away. But yeah, happy. Very good start. Robbo shouldn't be captain. The Robertson captain thing is, why shouldn't he be captain? Like, why? I don't get, like, I don't understand why he shouldn't be captain. You know, I would imagine, as much as I've criticised Steve Clarke, I'd imagine he'd be better placed to decide who, is captain material in that squad. But it is what it is. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the good words. That's what we do it for. We do it for the love of the people. Who should be Scotland captain then? Yeah, good question. I have no problems with Robertson being captain. He could be unbelievable in the changing room. We don't know. A lot of the stuff that a captain has to do, we don't see. So it's an interesting one. I'm on 12 minutes, just gone 12:03. I just shouldn't have a delay. I'm watching it on the telly. Scott Brown should be the captain. Yeah, get him, bring him home. Doesn't come across so much weed in the park. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, if I'm perfectly honest. But I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, McGregor, if not Robertson. Well, McGinn is vice captain. He's obviously gone with the two most senior kind of talismanic players in the squad. But these guys they're characters. They are characters. So, yeah. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it, mate. Cal McGregor should be Scotland captain. Lots of that from Celtic fans. Lots of it. Yeah, I mean, fine. But I don't think it makes a massive deal of difference. I think you've got enough leaders in. Armenia are in here on the right-hand side. They have a shot. It's blocked and held by Gordon. And the flag should go up. It doesn't go up. So maybe he was onside. Obviously, VAR is in operation. Again, yes, the captain would be hilarious. Well, he is vice-captain, which I actually didn't know until I listened to an interview with him the other day. And the guy that did the interview referred to him as the vice-captain. So that was something. When the Celtic captain is in the Scotland squad, it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. It's an interesting one. But, I mean, you would look at Andy Robertson as one of the leaders in the Liverpool team. So, it's not like he's not got the ability to be a leader. Craig White Legend with the best bit of advice for all of you. Smash the like button, boys and girls. Smash the like button. 13 and a half minutes played. Oh, there he is.
Hey, hello.
How you doing?
Can you hear me all right? Aye, we're sounding fine.
You're fine and dandy.
Good, I was hoping the Wi-Fi was working. I've had an absolute fucking nightmare trying to get this game up in the loft. First time I've tried to access television for up here. So I've actually missed the first. I seen the build up. I was listening to Alan Hutton.
We started well. Alan Hutton's a decent pundit. I was thinking that as I was listening to him. He actually sounds all right. Roberts had a great chance. Magic save by the goalie. Ralston started really well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. That you look 4K as fuck. Somebody said. I have to agree. The camera does look quality.
Aye, see, it's these new. I've got these the big lights they have in the studio, like the big soft boxes. Got one at each side of it. Oh, it's brilliant. It makes you look great. You know?
Have you got a stream up and running in front of you?
I am literally just about to press play on mine.
McGinn, for fuck me, McGinn's just sent one halfway to fucking Mount Florida train station.
There we go. That's me on there, son. That's me. I can now talk about the game. It's nice to be back on TS.
It is. I've been enjoying this, to be honest. I've got back into the job of talking to the chat easier than I thought I would.
Aye.
I am a natural. We all know that.
I tuned in for about 5 minutes or so, and I seen you talk my way to the comments section, and it was going well. So
yeah, I've got a future in this game.
Yeah, of course. That's what we're here for. We're here to make this the mainstream, son.
Another easy long ball over the top of the defence. It's just let them in a minute ago. Nothing came of it. Fuck me, he's got 2 yards onside.
Does it let me pull up comments? It does. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Kieran also starts streaming the game with a controller. I think people have actually got away with that in the past. You know that?
Yeah, I mean, most people don't want to watch the game, and that's why they're here. They actually don't actively want to watch the game.
So what's your, obviously you've spoke away about the Ukraine result and everything else at the moment, but what's your feelings towards the national team at this moment in time? Are you still as patriotic as it was a year ago?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to win today. I mean, the Nations League is huge. I mean, we forget. We got to the major tournament because of the Nations League. We've got to win tonight. We've got to win on Saturday. I mean, we win tonight, and Saturday's a really, mouth-watering fixture, isn't it? Scotland against Ireland in Dublin, 5 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. I mean, that's a really exciting fixture. I'm looking forward to watching that, assuming that we win tonight.
It's exciting, but at the same time, there's a fucking barrel of nerves gone into it because Ireland have been humming, which puts the pressure on us, I think, because we should be beating them. The last time we played Ireland, couldn't tell you the year, but there was times over the past decade we played them, went in, it was a tough game, but now you look at them and you're going, right, we should be beating them. I think that makes it more fucking difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last time we played them, I think, was we always had that game where Sean Maloney scored the goal, and then I think we played them in the return game, and it was a 1-1 draw. But if I remember correctly, we were a bit robbed by a ref that day. That was when we had that mad white, pink, and yellow away strip. It was absolutely coaching.
Oh yeah. I remember
but
that.
Yeah, no, it's listen, it is what it is. You're not going to win. You're going to have no off nights, and we haven't had too many in these big games recently. So too many of the big players didn't play well enough. McGinn was shite. It's the worst I've seen McGinn play for Scotland last week.
Against Ukraine, everybody was hopeless. I thought. I mean, I
you
thought
can't get away with that against a good side.
McGregor was all right. Gordon made a few big saves, but then again, typical Gordon, he can do better for the goals. It was just one of the nights, I don't know. I felt like we went in as if we weren't prepared. We didn't know what we're coming up against. That's the vibe.
We didn't look to have a plan. I mean, I didn't know what was the plan. Hit Dykes and play off him. We didn't get close enough to him. And also, to be honest, they're very good. They were very good. I was really
I remember I said this exact thing. I remember when the draw was done, and I said this the other night to somebody. I can't remember who it was, but I said to you, I still remember the draw was done. You were still in Tesco at the time. We were both still at Tesco at the time, and I still remember saying to you, I don't think we'll get by Ukraine. I really did not think from the moment we were drawn against them we would, because Ukraine are a good side, quarter-finalists in the Euros, a good team. So I didn't go in with high expectations, in all honesty. But it's just one of the games that, when I watched it just sucks the life at me. Like, part of me does feel like coming on and doing a rant about Steve Clarke again, because I just feel like we can do better. And when you're
I mean, listen, the Clarke thing's an issue. I mean, it's not his fault. McGinn and Robertson and that was shite, and Gilmore was shite. I mean, McTominay as well. These guys have all been really good for him, and they weren't the other night. And Ukraine are very good at football. It's not. The Armenian goalie just punched his own defender in the face. We were unbeaten before that game, so we've been on a decent run of form. There's 1 defeat in 9. You can't sack a manager of Scotland for 1 defeat in 9. It's just you just can't do it.
No, absolutely.
As much as I don't think he's perfect, he makes a lot of mistakes for me. We've just got to build. If we go and have a disastrous Nations League campaign, then it changes things. But if we win this, the interesting thing is, if you win this Nations League group, and I know we're going to beat Ukraine to do that, you're second seeds in the qualifiers, which should hopefully mean an automatic spot if you finish second in your group, assuming it's a group of 6.
It always comes full circle, these conversations anyway, because you have a bad game and you start talking about Clarke going, but then you look at the bigger picture and like, who's going to come in anyway? Who's going to make the change? We're probably lucky enough to be in the position we are. I do want us to do better. I want to see us play better. I want to see us utilise our tools. But I mean, it's all wishful thinking. I mean, you brought up the point earlier when I tuned into the stream about sort of like knee-jerk reactions and being quick to jump to conclusions and this, that, next thing.
Neither of us would ever do something like that, would we?
No, I would never in a million years.
Would never dream of making a rash knee-jerk reaction about a Scotland manager or anything like that. So it's an interesting one. But
I also like the point about Craig Levine.
Hit it, John! Oh, Jesus Christ! A fucking thunder bastard of a strike from McGinn. He's getting fouled the hell of a lot.
He is. It always happens to McGinn. Even in England, this is nothing new.
I think he was the top foul player in England this season.
I think he was up there, wasn't he? You watch him in the Premier League and people are all... He uses that arse too well, that's what it is.
Yeah, he is doing that very, very well. It was a cracking effort.
I'm just going to watch back on the strike here. Wow, that is a cracking effort, to be fair. A wee bit lower, and then, he could have been talking about a classic Scotland goal.
Clarke GR9 says he wouldn't mind David Moyes in the future, but is David Moyes going to leave West Ham anytime soon? Not anytime
soon. No.
I mean, they're in a really good place, and also, it does feel a bit like Moyes is going to have one more job in him, and it might be the Scotland job, maybe.
Because I was going to say, but the thing about Moyes is, when the day comes that he leaves West Ham, whether it's on his own, the way he wants to leave, or whether he's pushed, I don't see him going any higher than West Ham. So, Scotland could become a relatively sort of, it could be an option for him, a relatively nice option for David Moyes to consider. But obviously, it depends where we are as a nation as well.
We're going to see at half time, everyone. We've obviously not done a TSF show for ages, so get non-Scotland questions saved in your mind for half time.
Yes.
And we'll go through some of them because there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Like up the meal deals and all that.
No, I mean like football questions that are not Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Like
right.
League business. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's loads happening. New managers everywhere. You know, we've got Gary Boyer's just gone to Dundee today. Tam Courts is apparently leaving Dundee United.
I seen that, by the way.
Jack
That's
Ross
a bit
lined
of a
up to replace him, which is an interesting one. So yeah, there's lots to talk about at half time. So save up any of those questions for half time. Ralston's got it on the right hand side just now. He looks. McGinn's played a lovely ball. McGinn keeps playing this lovely diag over to Robertson, which is causing him loads of problems. We've got to be creative because there's not much space.
I want your most bizarre questions sent in. I want the bizarre of the bizarrest of the bizarre.
We've not done a fucking podcast for 3 weeks, and you want to talk about anything other than Scottish football. What are you on about?
I would like to talk about anything. You know, that's what I like to be here. Tony Ralston, nice to see him get a start, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, really happy. Fair play to him. I mean, we'd never seen this coming a year ago.
They've got to give credit to him, of course, about the way, as you said, he's worked in. You would never have seen it in a million years a year ago. Hopefully, I'm hoping that he puts in a decent enough shift to try and spark a conversation. Like, I think that Nathan Patterson's the kind of player that is going to be hard to budge for that position.
I'd imagine he'll start on Saturday, if I'm honest. He's back on the bench tonight.
As much as I am a Ralston man through and through, and I will back him to be the starting right back, I think that budging Patterson off of the perch will be difficult. So hopefully he puts in a good enough shift tonight.
When will McGregor take him? Hopefully never. I want him to keep it forever.
I want him to keep it. I like the mask.
They should start branding it, like putting stuff on it. I mean, there's money to be made there. Surely fucking Dermot Desmond's thought about this already.
Like Kane masks on the WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be absolutely magic.
I would just love him to come out with it being red and black and a wee wig on it as well. There, look at that. McGregor's just brilliant. Brilliant player.
Yeah, he was very good the other night. There was a couple of points about you and Patterson in here already, and I've just said people are asking the real questions. So
people are asking the real questions. Yes,
the real questions.
We'll save it for half time.
We'll need to set a subscriber mark where we come out with that story. Like a subscriber, we hit that many subscribers, we'll do the story. 50k.
A million subs. A million. shoot for the stars, I say. What I was going to say was, how are you enjoying the Premier Sports package then? Are you enjoying what you're paying for?
I've literally just subscribed to it pre-match, so I haven't actually invested. But La Liga's on this, isn't it? So
yeah,
that's interesting. What else is actually? I mean, they're going to have the Scottish Cup next season as well.
Scottish
and
Cup,
the League Cup.
All right.
Armstrong's driving forward here.
It's slowly building its way up to being one of these channels that you've got to feel obliged to buy.
It's kind of become BT, isn't it?
Aye, pretty much. We've never paid for BT in this house.
No, you're a fucking tight bastard.
No, like that. No, genuinely, when BT came around, it just got suddenly put onto the telly with Virgin Media. It just came on, and we've never paid for it. I don't know.
Great ball again out to Robertson.
That's nice.
Scotland working this well. Go on, Ralston! Oh!
Tony
The
boy.
Bricky at the back. But it's like McGinn's getting loads of time on the ball. I mean, he's touched the ball more tonight than he did on fucking Wednesday already.
I feel like every player has kind of seen a lot of the ball at the moment. When they pass it around, it seems to be sticking with us a wee bit.
What were you doing in Buff Club?
What was I doing in Buff Club?
Yeah, when were you in Buff Club?
The Tesco night out.
Oh, I missed that one, aye.
Pleasure. I thought I actually came up Simon Beans there at first.
The Rangers badge.
I was like, what the fuck's happening here? Is that the Rangers badge for Beans? Yeah, so... what was I saying? I was in Buff Club for the work night out that you were on the at, sadly. He's down. He's down.
He's all right. Just concussion protocols for a wee head knock, I think. He
does come in. Like the way that the Armenia defender kind of jumps for it, he swings his head back a bit, and it looks as though...
This was something I mentioned about Ralston. Obviously, his goal contributions were really good for Celtic last season. And I said initially he was creative, but that's the wrong word. He's just really effective in the final third. Like, he's not a creative player, but he's very effective in terms of the positions he gets himself into. And the way he attacks the ball, as you see there. So, yeah, he will, hopefully pop up with a big moment tonight. There's John Carver there looking, as fantastic as ever.
Extra spicy.
Another Armenian fan. There's quite a few in here tonight.
Is that an Armenia fan there? Aye.
Yeah, there's been a few. So
Is
It's Adam's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is it his birthday tomorrow?
That's nice.
I'm
getting you fuck all. I'm
getting you fuck all as well. I like your photos on the wall there, David. What's that behind you? Is that?
I'm currently in the dining room in my house.
Oh, is it a dining room?
We have a dining room. We're a very conservative household. So I've kind of rejigged the living room and the dining room to make me in a position to do a watch along. So my mom's gonna go fucking mental when she comes home and sees the mess of the place, but it had to be done, Penny. All right, it had to be done. You can watch most teams on STV apart from fucking Scotland. Yeah, I know it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? I mean, what about like the ScotRail and Premier Sports? It's a fucking nightmare to watch this game tonight.
Yeah, it is.
A joke. Yeah, I mean, the last train was 20 minutes for full time.
We always talk about. We want the Scotland games to be accessible, and now they're quite literally the most inaccessible games in the world, both for the match-going fans and the viewers from home. It's not an ideal situation, to say the least. But
the most annoying thing is we've finally got a good bit of positivity about the national team. We've just reached a major tournament. You should be doing everything you can now to make it as accessible as possible, and we're not doing it. And you get it. Premier Sports paid the most money. I get it. And this is a conversation we had about Premier Sports and the Sky thing. Sky getting over BT for the domestic stuff. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's better to take a hit short term on the money for the TV deal for long term prosperity of your game. In terms of like if BT's coverage is better, you take the short term hit on the money in the hope that long term more people become interested in the game because of how it's presented. Edward Boyle asking a big question. When TSF getting a kick about with Tory Watt at Stepford?
I was mad,
Nah, fair play to them. We've all done it. But, you know.
I've done it. I've been doing that at Stepford for over 10 years now. It was quite a shock seeing Tory Boy doing it.
It's always a traumatising experience for me trying to figure out if I can actually fit underneath the gate. But I've managed it.
You're telling me, boy. For me, it's fun. It's trying to roll under. It's sore as well because it's that
fucking
kind of
not nice.
The road is that way where it's like the stones and it's no smooth or nothing.
But also, Tory's an athlete, so he definitely climbed the fence, didn't he?
Oh, he did. I think he said he was going to try and climb.
Only losers like us roll underneath the fence.
Just to answer this very quickly, I have indeed, Stuart. Yes.
I haven't watched a single bit of it yet, but I keep meaning to do it. I just haven't had time yet. But I'm still so. With Better Call Saul, I just can't wait for the next episode of that. I am so fucking excited for it.
Same.
What an ending to the season finale.
And they're making us wait. That's the worst part.
I would love to openly talk about it on here right now, but I mean, there might be someone who's not watched it yet.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
What a fucking ending to the mid-season finale.
So what's...
I actually knew it was happening because I'd seen a photo on Twitter that made me think that was what's going to happen. So it's better not.
So what's happening with Kennedy? Why is he?
Go for Scotland! Go on! And it's the bricky Tony Ralston at the back post, just like that one before. What a header, Ralston, baby!
I said that I would love to see him come out with a performance tonight which challenges for that starting shirt. And listen, there's a long way to go, and there's a lot of performances to make up for that. But when you're on the score sheet on your first start for the country. That's a brilliant.
It's a great ball by Armstrong, and it's a great header by Tony Ralston. 1-0 to Scotland. What a header, because he does really well to place it back across the goalkeeper. The goalie's position is fucking horrendous, to be fair. But he does really well.
You notice his shirt number, 23. He's wearing the number of the GOATs, LeBron, Michael Jordan.
Carragher.
Let's calm down now. But I mean, that's a fantastic. That's the GOAT right there, Tony Ralston. It's first Scotland goal. Love to see it. He is love it. What a year for Tony Ralston. What a 12 months. That's another one to add to the locker.
And fair play to him. Delighted for him. And we needed that goal in the first half just to ease things a little bit. So this isn't going to be too nervy a night, or not as nervy as it perhaps could have been. Good start. Really happy. Great goal. Well done, Ralston.
Yeah, it's good to see him on the sheet. And Ange will be happy with that as well. So
Ange will be happy.
So why do you want? Do you ever get the vibe that there's just so many people like that guy off Arsenal fan? It's the same both ways, right? But like if a Rangers player scored, would I be sitting here like that guy off Arsenal fans TV?
Didn't clap for Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Yeah.
Oh, the dads are like that. 100%. 100% the dads are like that.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy. Half an hour in, 1-0. Started really well. And hopefully we can just see the job out now and get the 3 points in the bag before Saturday. And as I said, if we win tonight, you're really going to be looking forward to that on Saturday night. The people that are going over, especially, it'll be some trip. Armenia are coming forward here, and there's a shot in, and it's cleared, blocked up Cal McGregor and away. Yeah.
Just about Ralston's goal, I love that. You can see a bit of the Ange flair coming out in him there, getting that far forward, being in that sort of position. It's how he scored a lot of goals for Celtic this season, getting so far up the park. And it's a different. I mean, I like what O'Donnell can do sometimes, but you don't get that off O'Donnell. You don't get him being in there at the back stick scoring goals.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You don't get it as often. You don't get it as often.
Remember that game at Wembley? We did it about 5 times that night.
Mate, listen, I don't remember the game for Wembley. I was sleeping by half time, mate. So
it was actually a really good ball by Armstrong as well. That little bit of creative flair that we lacked on Wednesday night, and a great bit of play there. Robertson's won it, plays it across to Armstrong. Can he cut back on the left? He's going to hit it. It's blocked away. Comes out to McGregor. Robertson started well actually on the left hand side for a change.
I don't feel like there's been anybody that you could say has been poor so far. I think everybody's
it's been good.
It's
a nice game this, so when you've got loads of time on the ball. It'd be a cracking game for Billy Gilmore, this, whereas, the other night wasn't because he was, he was just not match fit.
Yeah. Robbo done really well there in that play, didn't he? He kind of win the ball back and get in there.
McGregor on the ball now, drives forward. Zorro.
I thought you said Sorrow. I was like, I have Sorrow coming through.
I kind of did a little bit. I wonder what he's doing for his booze now that fucking Tesco's shut, eh?
Well, I mean, we know him well. He came into that booze aisle and he was there for a good while.
And we chased him around Tesco going,
that was like the night before a game as well, wasn't it? It was like there was a game
he played the next night. It was the last European game. It was a meaningless game, I think.
Was it that day, aye?
Who was it you played? But it was definitely a meaningless game.
Real Betis.
Yeah, and he played the next night after getting
played Sassi Urigide and this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah. I was actually convinced that Urigide wasn't a real person. He's just done myth.
He's back to being a myth, to be quite honest. See a lot of praise so far in the chat for Tony Ralston. And
Adams actually touched the ball. I don't think he's had a chance to touch the ball. He's in the box waiting for everything, but it's not coming his way as of yet. Armstrong drives down the left. I love Armstrong, man. He's a lovely player to watch.
Big season for him next year with Southampton. They'll be looking to improve. So it'll be interesting to watch him.
They're the most hot and cold team in world football, aren't they?
I thought they were firing for top half this season at one point.
And then they just fall to shit out of nowhere.
And it's
I don't know what it is with Hasenhüttl, but they've been like that ever since he came in.
Yeah, I was about to say, Hasenhüttl was a really good manager. There was a point where,
lovely.
I remember he was rumoured with the United job, and I was like, you know what, it's probably not the worst person to be linked with the job, but they are so hot and cold, 9-0 defeats, but then they can be fucking... Did they not beat City this season?
Yeah, they did.
Aye. So,
or they drew with them or something.
Or something like that. I can't remember, but, a very hot and cold team, as you've said.
Unlucky. But this has been really good so far. Exactly what we needed was a good performance. We just need to make sure we see the job out. They're not really showing too much of a threat. That one ball over the top early on that caught us off guard a little bit is the only time they've had any real chance. Is that player win a number 1 outfield? Surely fuck not. The font on that shirt is dreadful.
No, it can't be. I don't think that's allowed, is it? Outfield player wearing number 1.
Fraser Forster's got the Spurs, is that right?
He's a 2-year loan move to Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow,
so I don't know what the script is, if he's taking the understanding he's going to be a backup, or if he's the kind of, if he's going to start playing over Lloris. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. Lloris has obviously been one of the top keepers in Europe for the past decade.
Fraser Forster's not better than Lloris. Jesus Christ, even now.
No, I'm not saying he's one of the best. That's not what I was going to say. Don't worry. But he's been one of the best keepers in Europe. And suddenly Forster comes in. There's surely an understanding there that he's not going to be playing as much football. But
Fraser Forster is someone who's obviously in spells at Celtic played every single week and really been really good. And then apart from that, he's never really had regular football. Surely he must get sick of that. What's happened there?
I feel like there's a dead fly or something.
No, that's not.
I can't really make it out, to be honest.
I thought that was you away there.
No, I'm here. I don't know what the fuck it is. I think it is a dead fly.
It's not a loan, says John in the chat.
It's not a loan. I've seen a 2-year loan deal, is what I've seen. I've seen 2-year loan.
This does ring a bell to me now. When Craig Gordon was apparently offered third choice at Chelsea, I do remember hearing about that. Adams in, blocked
back
in
the Brendan Rodgers era. He was linked to Chelsea. I think it might have been Rodgers' first season, in fact, halfway through in January. I still remember making a video on it, and I was like, surely to fucking Christ, he's still got to go to Chelsea. But he never went.
Another wasted corner, Jesus Christ. To my head in this. So we talked Wednesday night. I mean, I had a really good day, actually. And my first shed experience, I have to say, it was good, man. We went back there after the game as well. And the drink was cheap as fuck. It was great.
Is it cheap? Aye.
It was £4 a double. Can't complain with that. Cannot complain with that. £5 Venoms. That's reasonable. In this day and age, that's very, very reasonable. So I enjoyed that thoroughly. Yeah. So thoughts on the Champions League quality goalkeeper departing Celtic today?
I'm gutted. I'm really hurt. It's bitterly disappointing, as Neil would say. But look, listen, it's a massive opportunity now for him to go to Utrecht and re-find his form, and hopefully he comes back.
Were those quotes I read today on Twitter actually real?
What was the quotes?
He basically said he wanted.
I can't tell if they're real. Because that's what he said when he came to Celtic. You know, he said he wanted to be a left back. So I don't know if he's just repeated the same thing or if it was made up. I'd have to double check on that.
No, I don't care enough, to be perfectly honest. 2-year contract, just a normal contract for him for Forster at Spurs. So yeah, there is so much to talk about. We need to get back in the swing of things here. In terms of content, but we're struggling a little bit. Since I've moved home, everybody's got the shit. And we've also, Dunfermline have had a new manager, new signings, like we spoke about. So that's something else. McGregor's got the ball.
My wee mic for a moment, still here.
All right. Here's John McGinn, whips it into the back post. Forwards, Che Adams, back across. Oh, and it's over the bar from Ryan Christie.
Right, I'm back.
Decent chance there. Adams heads it back across. Christie blazes over. McGinn's having a good game, to be fair. He's looking very creative. Adams as well there, to be fair. But Christie blazes over the bar. Something we've never heard said before, in fairness.
No, never. When's Christie ever blared it over the bar?
Oh. Yeah, never.
Never in years. But what I was going to say was, I know it's a bit off topic, and we're going to try and save the most of that conversation for half time and such. But what are you making so far of the signings Dunfermline have made? A good one today for you?
Jesus Christ. One kiss, it's James McPeak, falling in love with him. I'm all aboard the McPeak party bus. Yeah, two decent. Chris Hamilton today, great signing. He was fantastic for our both last season. 20-year-old, long-term deal. Obviously more than capable of playing at the Championship. He played for the team that finished second in midfield last season. So that's a really good signing. Benedictus, fine, steady enough centre-half. But yeah, it's amazing what a couple of signings and a new manager will do for mood. Everything's lifted. Season ticket prices as well. Really, really good season ticket prices. £99 season ticket for students and 18 to 21-year-olds. That's just fantastic pricing. £50 for under 18s. That's just outstanding. Club have done really, really well there. It is making me want to start another college course just to save £200.
Just to get back down the road.
Yeah. No, just to save money on my season ticket.
Just to say, all right, okay.
It's like $2.99 for the adult one, and it's $99 for the student one.
Sorry, can I check that there?
So I might do a wee NQ and something.
Aye. Right, I'm going to take my camera away. That's the reason I was tuning out there, is because I can hear my father ever so slightly shouting my name. This is the problem with being back here, so I'm going to quickly go and figure out what it is that he's watching. He does know what the script is, but I think he's got problems with streamed in the stair. I think he wants me to fix it. So I'm going to quickly run away, and I'll be back in the space of like 45 seconds, hopefully. So stay with us.
When you're away, I can tell.
David, I can just feel it. Right, David's here for you anyway, boys. Right, so I'll be back.
Oh. I love how he tries to take over there as if I'm not the one that's running the stream. I fucking am. All right. Some Ryan Christie PTSD in the chat from Celtic fans as he blazed the ball over the bar there. Anarchy season tickets free for under 18s. Jesus, that's very, very good. Ryan Wilmanate away. Yeah, he is away. Fuck you, Armenia winner. That's not very nice, mate. We were having a nice bit of chat with the Armenians that were in the chat. Adams now. Does well, but can't get free. Comes back to Callum McGregor. Places it with the right foot and deflected over for a corner. Now let's please not waste this corner, Scotland. Please. Adams is asking the question about a penalty kick here. What? I don't know what he's. No, he was just bundled over. It's not a penalty kick. I thought it maybe looked for a handball there a second ago, but he's not. I think it's the one he's bundled over. There's nothing in it. But they are checking it. Yeah, and it's good. Corner will be taken, I think. Yeah. Ukraine 1-0. Interesting. Ireland are jobbies, aren't they? I mean, they really are. But again, fills me with fear for Saturday. McGinn with the in-swinger to the back post and headed into the net by Scott McKenna. And it's Scotland 2, Armenia 0. I did say we'd score when Ryan was away, and I was correct. Brilliant. 2-0. just what we needed tonight. A nice, comfortable win. Armenia are after a free kick here, but I don't think they're going to get it. But it is 2-0 to Scotland. Let's have a look at this here. Great ball from McGinn. It's never. If anything, it would be a penalty kick. The boys all over him. McKenna does well at the back post. Heads it into the ground. And it's 2-0 to Scotland. Scott McKenna with a goal. And we're cruising. Just what we needed tonight. Exactly what we needed. Yeah, so it's 2-0.
You knew it was going to happen, didn't you?
Told you. I did tell you.
There
is a VAR checking operation here.
I was about to start singing the song as well. What is it? He's built like a fridge freezer or something.
Scott McKenna is the size of a fridge freezer.
That's what I was waiting on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with this, but let's have a look.
Is it getting kept?
Let's have a look.
I don't know. It didn't look as though anything went wrong.
If anything, McKenna's the one that's fouled. Have a word with yourself. It's goal given. We're underway. 2-0 to Scotland.
Do you know what the worst? Yep, there we go. Do you know what the worst part is? I was like half time. I'll run down, do a quick piss before we start taking questions. I really could have done that in that time there where I was down. I could have done. So I'll just hold on.
Could you have pictured 2 more unlikely goal scorers?
Do you know what? I don't think Ralston is unlikely, maybe, but I mean McKenna, absolutely. Is a duo, then yeah.
Oh, John McGinn, fucking, he's just been fouled twice. You've not given anything, you dick.
Ridiculous.
Well done, Cal McGregor. And now he's given a foul for that. Deary me. It's a yellow card for Cal McGregor. I'm not sure I'm having that.
European refs, innit? European refs.
McGregor's having a good smile to himself. The Armenian boys just gave him a bit of a badge. McGregor's now pointing at him. I think he's going to get a bit of the treatment.
I know. It's like McGinn gets pushed on the ground. And then the referee waves it away. Nothing happens. And I can understand.
Got hold of his shirt
I can understand why that's a foul. And do you know what? I can maybe even accept the yellow card. But
McGinn was fouled there. At least one of them.
First,
the second one, I think, was definitely a foul. So yeah. Oh no, Ireland's are still level. The goal's been disallowed. Ukraine had gone 1-0 up briefly. Against Stephen Kenny's Ireland. Still absolutely baffles me that he's the Ireland man.
I can't believe he's still got the job. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they were in an absolute shocking spot in terms of the squad. It's a really poor squad. But I have to say, I would love to have their goalkeeper, though. We haven't got any fucking young goalies. They've got Cleveland Kelleher. So I would quite like to have him. Again, plays a ball through Adams, but I don't think he'll get there. Yeah. Do you remember when people used to say that all the time, in before? People used to always say that on Facebook and Messenger, in before something. It's something I've not heard for a while. But Adam's very retro in his work, isn't he? Jan says Armenia are weak as fuck. I mean, they are a little bit weak, aren't they? Armstrong on the ball on the right hand side. Back to John McGinn. Scotland are looking for blood here. McGregor fizzes it wide to Andy Robertson.
Nice to just finish it. You know, a nice. You know that 9-0 comment it was in earlier. It'd be nice if it got a 9-0.
Oh, McGregor. Comes out for Sean Suter, who again. That one's not even got to Mount Florida train station. That's gone to the train station. It's fucking. That's Tony Glenn Asta. That's what that's it.
How do you think John Suter will fare at Rangers next season?
Very well. Great player. Really like him. Always have done. If he can stay free, injury free, then Rangers have got themselves a player. But he's got to stay injury free. That's the big thing. Yeah. There's lots I like about Suter, man. He's really good in the ball, good in the air, goal threat, and really good. I mean, he was at Hearts' best player in the cup final by a country mile, as I'm sure Kendall will agree in the chat. But he'll be a good acquisition for Rangers. But I still think they need another centre half. Because obviously Balogun's away, and I thought they were short of centre halves anyway. Really,
I was surprised that they managed to keep Goldson. I really did think he was off.
But I think the ship was sailed for him in terms of a big English team. I mean, where would he have gone? Forest, maybe. You know, I know the money would have been better, but at least he's going to get European football with Rangers, which he's not going to get at Forest.
Yeah.
I'm really glad Forest got promoted. That's a real feel good story.
It's a big team to have back in the league, in English Premier League, isn't it? That's what you've over the last few years. Villa have came back up, Leeds have came back up. Now Nottingham Forest back.
Sunderland next would be nice.
Sunderland, and then maybe the likes of an Ipswich or something like that would be quite big.
Let's just settle down.
But yeah, listen, I'm not that bothered at the end of the day. As long as Celtic are winning, that's all I care about.
Yeah, I was saying earlier on, I think the only actual games of football I've watched on the telly since the family got relegated were the Champions League final and this tonight. I don't think I've watched another game on telly since then.
Yeah, I've not been watching much football. Champions League final.
I've been really fed up with it.
even last night, I kind of wanted to watch Germany, but I wasn't watching fucking England, so
No.
just gave them a miss.
Germany were good, apparently. I watched the highlights. They were
So
pretty good.
I think the general understanding is, or the general kind of consensus right now is they're improving a lot under Hansi Flick.
Che Adams is really well there. But I was just saying as well, they needed a freshness, Germany. I mean, Joachim Löw was there for fucking ages.
I think that, as I was saying, the general sort of feeling is they're getting better, but they've still got like a good bit to go. And it's when they get to that next bit, they'll be really sort of dangerous, I think, once again.
Yeah. So yeah, we're 2 minutes out of time. We're 30 seconds into that already, and we're almost at half time. And at half time, we want all your questions, Scottish football related, out with the national team, domestic stuff. Hit us. There's been loads happening.
Basically, a mini podcast at half time.
15-minute podcast. We'll rattle through everything that's been happening.
I've only just noticed that you've been keeping a figure with the goal scorers on screen. That's very, very professional of you, Buick.
Well, I am a professional, I have to say. What can I say? Ralston again drives to the byline, cuts it across, headed away. Christie should get there. Ooh. Ralston's done really well.
Who's you have? I don't have audio on. So who's the commentators for the day? I think
Rory McLeod and Rory Hamilton, sorry, and Coisty.
Oh, is it Coist?
Coisty was the punditry pre-match as well. So yeah, shame for Ian Crocker, but I mean, Rory Hamilton has become the voice of Scottish football in the last few years, hasn't he? So, that's a foul.
That's why they need BT back on the coverage, because I want his voice every week. Every week. Is a whistle about to go? Are we round about it?
Foul, we're going to have a last chance for this free kick.
Yeah.
Say the last chance, like we're desperate for a goal. We're not. We'll just take what we can get. I would like to see changes at half time, but it's not going to happen. But I would like to see them. I'd like to see fucking Ross Stewart in. I'd like to see give Alan Campbell some minutes.
Who's McGuinness? Who's McGuinness? Okay, I know
McGinn.
He's corrected himself.
McGuinness.
Just see McGuinness. I was like, the fuck's that? McGuinness.
Stuart Armstrong is very handsome, isn't he?
Well, do you know what they say? His hair is fine.
Scores belter sometimes.
Scores belter sometimes. Well, at Celtic it was all the time. That was all the time.
Yeah. I mean, there was that run where it was like a 6-month period where he was just putting the ball in the top corner every single week. So yeah. What else do we think? Right, so who's going to take this? McGinn's going to whip this one in. It'll be the last action of the half. It's got to go into the box if we're going to get a third goal now. Don't know why John Suter's over it, but it is what it is. What the fuck's the referee waiting for? And why have we gone short? There's fucking no time left, you clown. Robertson.
He's taking
to Suter. It's a cross, and it's off the bar, and it's back. It's still alive. It's in. Scott McKenna at the double. Who'd have thought it? I have to say, I slagged off John McGinn for the short free kick here, but it worked out really well.
Wow. Scott McKenna.
Offside.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
McKenna
Get us all played anyway. It would be typical of it because it came at this moment in time. It came at this moment in time, so it feels like.
I think he's offside.
Is he off?
It's very tight, but I think he probably is offside.
He knows he's offside. He knows.
We did really well to keep that alive, though. McKenna hits the bar. Henry gets it back across.
I knew fine well he's offside.
He knew fine
well. More Armenia fans in the chat. We can't see the emoji right enough, but there's another Armenia fan in the chat.
I'm really gutted if this doesn't count, because Scott McKenna's going to double for Scotland. That's something I never thought I'd experience.
That's a trivia question, isn't it?
What's that? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Which Scottish centre back scored a double?
Coming on for a hat trick. It's a long bar check. I mean, it is tight. It's one of those where it looked offside, but when they start drawing the lines in the pitch, it's closer, I'd imagine. And I think it will be offside. He's walking back. Yeah, it's offside. That's a shame. But it was a really good set piece, I have to say. Because I said, why is McGinn gone short? Robertson dinked it for Suter, who then ran from the free kick to the back post, headed it across. McKenna hit the bar, Henry back across, and McKenna in. But it's disallowed, which is a shame because it was a really good goal. Yeah, I was just Adam made great minds. I was literally just going to say this. Andy Considine did score a hat trick for Aberdeen against Dundee at Dens, and I was thinking McKenna could have been on for something similar. And that is half time at the National Stadium. Nice. Scotland 2, Armenia 0. So far, so good. Scott McKenna scored one and had one disallowed, and Anthony Ralston's probably been the star of the first half.
Yes.
Got the first for Scotland.
He's been the best player in the park, hasn't he?
Scotland players are not happy about that goal being disallowed, but I don't know what they're unhappy about. It just is offside. There's not really to question it.
Get it when they big mega fucking screens at Hampden. They're huge, they fuckers.
They are huge. Yeah, so happy. 2-0, very happy.
I'll take that. I'll have to think that, you know, there was a very real possibility in my head that would go in 0-0. To be quite honest with you, in this sort of game. So
right,
I'll take 2.
Get your questions in, troops. Let's fucking discuss everything but the national team. While we've got the time. Yeah, well, is that the only Scotland top you own? It's the only one I've ever seen you wear.
I've got 3. I've got 3 now. I've got this one. This is just my favourite. I love this one. I've got this one. I've got obviously the one that you're wearing just now, and I have got a retro home shirt that I wore for the day of the England game. It's like the one that's got like the tartan through it. I think it's like 1994 or something.
No, yeah. Right, Warren Burke asks the first question. It's very topical because it happened today. Gary Bowyer appointed Dundee manager. What's he, their 5th choice? I mean, they went for fucking Jack Ross, didn't get him. Went for Sean Maloney, didn't get him. I don't know if they went for Kevin Thompson. But
I mean, I know that Sean Maloney has done nothing to warrant another big job at this moment in time.
Is that a big job?
Well, I know, but in terms of Scottish football, it's one of the biggest, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, yeah, you'd say Hibs is one of the biggest. Hibs is one of the biggest jobs in Scotland.
No, but I mean Dundee.
No, I was talking about Hibs, so I said he's not done anything else to warrant. So what I was going to say was,
I
don't think he's done anything else to warrant another big job. But at the same time, I would have been stunned if he'd stooped to Dundee. Like, I would have been really surprised. Like, I would see him going to England or something first, rather than Dundee.
He's gone from working with fucking Thierry Henry and all that to like and De Bruyne, fucking. Yeah. You know what I mean, to this. But, you know, Gary Boyer's an interesting one. Was he last? Has he had a job since he got sacked by Salford?
So, I'm going to quickly go and load up.
Because I know he was at Salford and he got sacked.
Yes, that's right, of course.
Everyone gets sacked. Sean Maloney, Kendo says Sean Maloney could be going to Burnley.
So, Gary
surely
Boyer
the fuck he's not going to get the Burnley job.
Was the last at Salford, yeah. Sacked from Salford. Before that, it was at Bradford, Blackpool, and Blackburn Rovers. Those were the jobs that he had beforehand. It was a really surprising appointment. I didn't expect Dundee to go down that route, but here we are.
Yeah, we are there. He also added, was Dundee the second worst club run than Falkirk? I don't know.
So see when this says Maloney heading to, is that as a coach or manager?
I don't know. The first assistant to Company apparently.
Wow,
that would be interesting.
Wow, that would be interesting.
Vincent Company managing Burnley. I'm not sure how that works, but James Docherty parts for back-to-back relegation. No, that won't be happening.
Well, you said they wouldn't be relegated in the first place.
I said they would have been promoted in the first place, never mind fucking relegated. So that's obviously not going to happen, but it's going to be an interesting... League One's going to be cracking this year, by the way. You've got fucking Dunfermline, Falkirk, Kelty, Airdrie, Queen of the South. It's going to be a really good league. Although I'll probably shite myself. It's going to be interesting. What do you think about the Colts in the Lone League? I'd love to pull up my video from when this was announced last season, when they said it was a one-year thing, and I laughed at that and said it definitely wouldn't be, because I was right, and it wasn't. Money talks, bullshit walks.
I'm not surprised.
They voted no, and until they found out there was going to be more money, and they went, fuck it, we'll take it. Whereas you've got teams in the juniors and that who are really fucking good and got loads of ambition, but it's so difficult for them to get up. It's a fucking joke, to be honest.
Keep the questions coming. Keep the questions
coming. But it is what it is. I keep Warren Burke, well, Celtic's got a goal in the Champions League.
So have you seen the news of the potentially the next Blackburn Rovers manager?
Jack Ross.
Apparently, Ronnie Dyle has held talks with Blackburn Rovers, and he could be Tony Mowbray's replacement, which is mad, I think.
Interesting. Matthew McKinley, who's going to get relegated from the Scottish Premiership next season?
Who's came up? Kelly.
Just Kelly.
Just Kelly.
That is really tough, because you've got...
Do you know what? Left fielded, right? Left fielded. I have a feeling that Ross County could be down there.
They've been fucking amazing last season.
I just have a feeling, mate. It's just one of those ones. They've lost Regan Charles Cook. You know how there's always teams that do great one season. I mean, look at St Johnstone. They went from winning a cup double to near relegation.
Do we think I don't think St Johnstone will be the same. I don't think they'll be in the same issues next season.
I think they'll get.
But then I also look at like St Mirren. I think you're going to get better under Stephen Robinson. I mean, Levy, we're not going to go down. Dundee United are looking really good.
That's exactly what
Could it maybe like an Aberdeen or a Hibs, maybe?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. The second season syndrome under Malky Mackay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matthew McGinn says he thinks it's Livingston's time. I just don't see it, to be honest.
What did you make of Kelty's appointment, new manager?
Well, I mean, Kevin Thompson leaving for a start was an absolute surprise. When he left, I assumed he was going to Dundee, and he's gone on holiday. He's not going anywhere. So, John Potter, great. I mean, it's a good appointment for him. Great job for him. Obviously, was at Hibs and then was at Queen's Park last season. Good guy, and probably ready for a managerial job. He was at Dunfermline years ago and was a disaster, but he was very inexperienced then. Yeah, it's a great first job for any manager. If you're a young manager in Scotland now, that is the first job you want. So yeah, and also speaking of managerial stuff, Paul Hartley. Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. That was
the way of Paul Hartley pull. So yeah, I mean, who's going to take that job? That's an interesting one.
I'd like to thank Adam here for the condolences. It's much appreciated. I'll need to get some sort of Barcast memoriam in the background of my videos.
Rumours that Kevin Thompson could be Michael Beale's number 2 at I read that as Beatles initially.
That was another one that I took as a surprise. Beale getting the QPR job. I was not expecting.
And Stephen Gerrard replaced it with Neil Critchley from Blackpool, which was an interesting one because he was at Liverpool as well. Yeah, Gerrard's probably shiting himself now. Celtic to have at least minus 14 goal difference in the Champions League. The French is in the group, isn't it? Why are the Armenian people so angry? I've been so nice to you guys. I mean, and now you're coming in here with really horrible comments. It just doesn't. I don't get it. All right. So what else do we have questions wise in the chat? What else has happened recently?
So how come McFadden's done the big switch? Yeah, is he left Sky?
Well, McFadden's freelance, isn't he? He's not.
Is he a freelancer?
He's on sports scene all the time. Worked for BBC as well. So they're all freelance. These guys. I'm liking Alan Hutton here. I'm listening to him. I think he's a good pundit.
Right, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to run away for a piss. So I'll let you carry the chat for 5 minutes.
I've been carrying it for the whole fucking stream, mate. So
right, you calm down, right? I've done my job here on this side, right? I'll be back.
Yeah. Right, okay, cheerio. What stealth tactics did we use? So just to clarify, everyone, this is meant to say Sorrow rather than Sorrow. So when Ismaila Sorrow came into Tesco, I was walking out the break room and I was like, that's fucking wee Sorrow over there. So I went up to the back warehouse, knew Ryan was there, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's wee Sorrow. Go and have a look. And Ryan was going to the break room as I was leaving. So he headed down, but then Sorrow went round the other, basically we were cutting about looking for Sorrow with box cutters, pretending we were filling different aisles. So we found him. And then Ryan went and got a photo with him. Yeah, but he was in buying booze and he was arguing with his pal. It was interesting. But yeah, we saw buying booze tonight for a European game. So yeah. Danny Alves watches YouTube videos of Anthony Ralston. Danny Alves still playing for Brazil at 38, which is absolutely bizarre. I'm really, really annoyed that goal didn't count because it's a really good goal, man. The way we keep it alive really well. It's a great set piece. There's so much to love about it. We're so unlucky McKennan's just offside. Yeah, maybe half a yard actually when you look straight across the line. Do we think? How do I watch the game? Premier Sports, mate. It's on Premier Sports, which is why a lot of people are here because a lot of people don't have Premier Sports. Do you think Rangers will keep Bassey? If not, how much do you think he'll go for? Well, I don't think Rangers have to sell. But also he's had a decent 6 months, so it's tough. It's absolutely tough. Oh, I never noticed this. Initially, the Armenian player launched a water bottle at the linesman after that, before he gave the goal. I don't think the referee has seen it. McGinn's pointed it out. Does VAR not have a look at that? I don't know if anyone's watching the game, but he gets after the goal that was disallowed is given initially. The Armenian defender picks up the water bottle and launches it like Conor McGregor at the UFC press conference at Nate Diaz style, launches the water bottle at the linesman who's walking away. Now either the linesman hasn't seen it or he's just chose to ignore it. But I thought, is that not a red card? I don't know under what rule it'd be a red card, but I mean surely that's a red card. Bizarre. Anyway, ACP asks, where will Yogi turn up next? Oh fuck knows. I don't know. Probably just get a full-time gig in the media. Cove maybe. Could be a decent job for him. Armenia, we are with them. God bless. That would have been the weirdest. It would have been strange, right? But if you launch a bottle at an official, is that not a red card? I don't know. I mean, if we get a man sent off, it could have been fucking another 9-0, which would have been nice. But yeah, it is what it is. Bassey will probably go for Tierney money at the end of the season. But he's going to have another good season. As I say, it was only really the second half of the season where he was really, really good. And even then, I don't think he was flawless.
Who are we talking about here?
Bassey.
Oh, big Calvin, huh?
Yeah. Did you see what happened there? You would have missed this, right? So after the goal that was disallowed there, right? Initially it was given, right? The Armenian player picks up the water bottle behind the goal and fucking launches it at the linesman. Like full on Conor McGregor style launched the water bottle at the linesman. And McGinn was pointing it to the referee, but he didn't do anything. So I'm wondering if that could have been a red card, but it wasn't. Yeah. So you didn't listen to a word I just said. You're fucking hellish for that when you're on your phone.
I did listen. Do you know? Do you know who I like? Do you want me to actually? Do I know who's to blame for this? Your man McKenzie. It's McKenzie's to blame.
What's that rat saying? Why even bother mentioning it?
He's away to London tomorrow, and he was asking me what pub it was that we went to watch the Fitbox. He wants to watch the F1 when he's down there. So
is it him and the missus? Is it?
Yeah, him and the missus. So I was just telling him the name of the pub where you were actually speaking, but I did listen about the pointing and the McGinns and all of that red card nonsense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was quite funny to watch actually.
No, I was going to actually say something before you said that. I can't. Who was it you were talking about? Sorry,
Calvin Bassey.
That's right. So I think that Calvin Bassey is a really good player, right? And I think that he's really good. I watched both cup finals and I thought to myself, brilliant player. He is actually good and he deserves a lot of the credit that he gets. However, what I don't understand is the whole fucking, why did he keep pretending that he was the man of the match in the Uefa Cup final?
I don't know. I mean, I was saying there that, I think he had a good 6 months. I don't think he had a great, I don't know. I don't think he was amazing in the first part of the season.
I would agree. I think he got better as the season went on. I think bit by bit he got better.
He's got to have another season at Rangers before he wins.
There's no, who was it that came out and said his price tag should be the same as Kieran Tierney's? That's fucking Jesus Christ. And I'm not being biased. I'm not, because I can admit I thought he was absolutely brilliant in both of those cup finals. I thought he was really, really good, Calvin Bassey. But I think that to compare a price tag with £25 million after having 6-7 months of quality football is ridiculous. Tierney was 25 million after 2-3 years of doing it. So if the benchmark has now become 6 months of being good, then how much are we saying Kyogo's worth? How much are we saying that Juranovic is worth? How much are we saying every Celtic player's worth because they've had one really good season? You know what I mean? I think it's ridiculous to start throwing out price tags that high. And I know he's English.
But the thing is, a lot of clubs that are in England will throw out ridiculous price tags.
Yeah, they will. And you know what? They've got every right. I think they've got every right to kind of want that if clubs do come in. But I think to suddenly say that that's his like beginning values is quite. I don't know.
I missed Be Real an hour ago because my phone was dead, so I'm doing it now, right? So everyone's in my Be Real.
But I'll wait. I'll wait and see. No, I think he is a good player, though. I think he deserves a lot of the credit he got. He's definitely up there for a team of the season player, absolutely. He's got a lot of good qualities as a player. I was watching him in that Europa League final, and I was thinking how the pace and the power that he had was just unbelievable, and the fitness level was unbelievable.
Yeah, his fitness levels are fantastic. I will give him that.
It's unreal. But yeah. We'll see what happens next season. It's about carrying it on, so we'll see if he can.
Yeah, I think he just needs another good season under his belt before we start worrying about where he's going next. If I'm perfectly honest, but
I don't think he'll go anywhere this summer. To be honest,
no, I wouldn't have thought so. Yes, right. Second half is not long from getting underway in the Premier Sports Cup. Selections for TV have been made. First game, 10th of July, Peterhead, Aberdeen. I think Falkirk Hibs is in there as well. But we're not even, we're less than a month. We're just over a month until the Premier Sports Cup starts. So, even though there's no major tournament this summer, with these Nations League games, there is a nice wee kind of, summer bit of football. But anyway, Scott McKenna out there looking like the size of a fridge freezer. Armenia making 3 subs. I don't know. Don't ask any to watch Stranger Things. No, I haven't. No.
Are you looking for? So has the group's been drawn for the Premier Sports Cup?
Yes.
Then? So who have you got?
We've got Ross County, Brora, Alloa, and who was the other one? Ross County, Brora, Alloa. I can't remember who the other one was.
It sounds like a group that you can get through, to be honest.
Dunfermline are fucking amazing in the Premier Sports groups. We win the group every single year. We've won the group and beaten the Premiership side every single year since the group started. So we are the kings of.
That was last year. You drew Rangers in the second round, didn't you?
Yeah, after beating. No, we drew us. No, last year was. We got through last year. We didn't beat St Mirren last year though. But the year before, I think we beat. So we beat St Mirren the year before. Beat Dundee the year before that. Beat Hearts the year before that. So we tend to do all right. Mark McQueen says Dunfermline are garbage. Well, Mark McQueen, congratulations for the most obvious comment of the evening. East Fife was the other one I couldn't remember. But anyway, yeah. Had Kelly in the group? No, Kelly not in our group. Oh, the Dundee Hamilton group was fun, wasn't it? When that got announced. Did you hear that?
Sorry,
the draw for the group. It was Dundee Hamilton was the first two teams in that group.
Right, yes.
It was a good bit of crack.
I don't get that.
We should have covered at half time was the Baku this weekend.
Oh, mate!
What a track! It's my favourites. I love Baku.
Perez win again. It's the best track. Easy, best.
I think we're looking at carnage this weekend.
I think we're looking at Perez taking his second win of the season.
I think Charles going to really lose the rag if Ferrari fuck him up again.
I think that Ferrari are finished for the season. I think they peaked.
Here's a prediction, right? George Russell wins this weekend.
Wow, I would be sad if George Russell won.
I would quite like that.
No, what? Really? Do you like George Russell?
I don't mind him. I like the fact that he's doing better than Hamilton in the same car.
He's a Tory bastard, man.
Oh, fuck me. This is Formula 1 we're talking about. Do you know how many millions involved in this? We can't start getting the fucking high horse with conservatives when we're talking Formula 1.
I know, true, but no, you know me, avid Red Bull fan, so I'm hoping for a Max and Checo 1-2 this weekend.
Robbed.
It was so funny, wasn't it? At Monaco.
Oh, Shea Adams is in. Ah, you fucking dumb one.
It was so funny, the whole box. Stay
out.
Yeah,
and who was it? Was it Latifi that fucked up Carlos Sainz when he wouldn't get out of the way of the blue flag? Was it Albon?
It was Albon. It was Albon.
Fucking arse piece.
But it's been a good season so far, though.
Yeah, it was good. What about the race director at the start? I mean, we'll just fucking start the race. Made things worse by not starting it.
It was annoying. But in terms of the season overall, I put up a tweet a couple of weeks. I think it was after the Barcelona Grand Prix. I put up a tweet. I just can't see anything but double championships for Red Bull now. They are kind of showing.
Yeah, now they've sorted out the reliability issues. They're probably going to cruise it.
And I'm glad that Checo got his contract extended.
Did you hear the bit after where he basically said it was like a clip before they're going up to the podium, and he's like, "I signed too early." Did you see that? Because obviously he would have been holding out for more money after the race.
He
signed before Monaco. So yeah, what are we looking at here? Just looking at my B reel. You know what I'm saying?
You're looking at your B reel.
Gotta love B reels. It's one of my favourite apps. See what everyone's up to. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. So yeah, Scotland shooting towards the west stand of the second half. Callum McGregor on the ball just now into Stuart Armstrong. We're playing it about nice. It's just a bit of a fucking meaningless second half now. Just a question of how many goals do we want. But it is weird seeing Scott McKenna in the final third of the pitch. Not for a set piece.
He'll be choking for another one now. He'll be up with every opportunity. Have you seen the? I know, obviously, we're here to talk about the football, right? And have you seen the trailers for F1 Manager?
I have. It looks very good.
Oh, it looks tremendous, man.
I still don't know enough about F1 in terms of the actual ins and outs of.
Do you know what you need to start playing? My team on the game. That's what.
It's a fantasy, isn't
it? No, my team's the one. It's like you're the team owner and
driver.
Yeah.
Like on the game.
Aye. You need to try that out.
Oh, fucking corker of a head knock. That's a fucking bad one.
Who was it?
Jesus Christ. It was Hendry on one of the Armenian boys. Nothing in it, but I mean, nothing in it. It's not a foul, but it's a fucking nasty one.
It's my biggest
the guy that's
fear.
cutting about with a. It must be his arm that's catched him. Let's just have a look again.
Here's a question for you.
It's a forearm. Fuck me.
Have you ever walked away from football with any sort of bad injury? You done anything ever?
Nah, a couple of calf strains, but nothing more than that.
I think the worst I've walked away with is fucking like a cut or two for a tackle. You know, I've never
seen some bad ones though. Actually, to be honest, this wasn't that bad a head dog. He actually doesn't catch him.
I'm
You
looking
can't
at
see
the
the
highlight.
midriff.
I'm looking
In
at
real
the
time, it
highlights
looked like he
here.
caught him, but Henry was what I said.
There's an angle that makes it look as though there is a bit of an elbow to the face, but I think that
He's holding his stomach, the clown.
I know, yeah. But anyway, I've never like torn, pulled a muscle. I've never broke a bone. I've nothing.
I cracked my heel bone. That was a bit of a sore one. When I was younger, I was in a big fucking stookie for months. It was a nightmare.
Would you like to hear the scores on the doors around the other games?
Yes, why not?
Okay, I'll give you the scores on the doors around the other UEFA Nation League matches tonight. So Belgium are currently drawing 1-1 with Poland in Group A, and Wales have just conceded to the Netherlands, so they're 1-0 down to Max Verstappen's nation. And Ukraine are still 1-0 up against the Republic of Ireland right now.
Oh, I didn't know it was 1-0.
Did you not?
Disallowed, so it is 1-0 to Ukraine.
Oh wait, they've literally just scored. Sorry, I thought this was. I didn't even realise the first goal was chopped off. So there you go, 1-0, just there. Ukraine are winning. Sorry.
Here's something we didn't cover at halftime that I wanted to. Calvin Ramsey to Liverpool, really interesting one.
Is there talk about that?
I think it's all but done by the sound of things. £4 million was the quoted figure. Great bit of business for Aberdeen, I suppose. The only thing I think is Nico Williams has just had a wonderful season for Fulham, playing really well for Wales. Is Calvin Ramsey better than Nico Williams? For Liverpool, I just not sure I understand it. Callum McGregor's in. It's well defended in the end, actually. It's just Meg Ryan Christie there. That's saucy. The Scotland appendies in. It's just a case of how many do we want this evening. 200 people. We've been 200 plus all night, pretty much.
Liverpool must be sending a few scouts up here just now then, because if that's Ben Doak that they took in from Celtic, and now there's talk of Calvin Ramsey, they must have a keen eye on some young Scottish talent, you'd think.
Yeah, absolutely. And Big Darwin as well. That's going to be a good signing, I think.
Doesn't matter.
Armenia trying to play the ball around the back just now, which is fucking bizarre.
Doesn't matter because Ten Hag's winning the league next year anyway. So.
Is it? Aye. How's the Frankie de Jong deal going? It's been 10 weeks now since he was first one.
Frankie de Jong, Donny van de Beek. What a team!
They're taking their fucking sweet ass time signing him up.
I think they're meant to be signing Timber as well from Ajax.
Aye, that's another one that's been fucking rumoured for weeks.
I know, it's like
it's almost as if they're still run like a shit show upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think some things will never change. No. Mad about Ragnick, isn't it? Just like the whole.
He's obviously looked at that and gone, "Fuck this, I am out."
Aye. I mean, because how appealing can managing Austria truly be to leave that gig that he was a wee consultancy role, paid mega.
At his age, it's a cushy wee number, the Austrian job.
It is, I suppose it is, but so is a consultancy role, isn't it?
Ralston whips it into the box, but it's away. Yeah, but I mean, the politics of Man United are a fucking nightmare, and the scrutiny is ridiculous. Christie's pressing like an absolute animal. Christie for Scotland is so much better than Christie for Celtic was.
Hold the bus. I feel like I've been doing this a lot, but I'm going to go and fix my test stream again. This is the last time I'm doing it, though. This is the last time.
What is Stevie up to?
I don't know. I think the Wi-Fi is just like, nope, not. By the way, that was a decent. I just caught up on that there. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Keep them entertained. I'll literally be about a minute again.
I will try. Wreck it, Ralph. Yeah. Here come Armenia. It's 2-on-2. Can they pick the right pass? Scotland are getting players back slowly but surely. It's a good ball in. It's headed out, and it will be cleared. Oh, maybe it won't. I'm not sure it was a foul, but Scott McKenna cleared it, and then Suter won the foul. Yeah, interesting. So, the second half is as much as I wanted a comfortable evening. It would have been nice to have maybe a bit of drama in this game, maybe just to keep us going throughout the stream. Ralston's just fired one right the way across the box with no takers. But it's a big 3 points. I mean, we talked about it earlier on about how big the Nations League actually is in terms of how important it is. It's very important that we can if we can try and win it. I mean, it's going to be tough for Ukraine. We've just got to hope that we can learn the mistakes from the last Ukraine game and beat them at hand. And KJ123 KOYT, how long are you up in the Highlands? Well, I'm back home for the foreseeable, to be honest, mate. I have no real plans, which I'm kind of enjoying, not being tied to anything just now, which is really good. But I don't know. And we are going to take a step up with the content. It's been a bit of a shambles recently from all of us, but we will try and step up. And now that I'm here, when the season starts initially, I probably won't be going to games much. So the Saturday live streams that we used to do, if anyone remembers them during the first season of lockdown, we did the Saturday live streams for the 3 o'clock games. They went down really, really well. And I enjoyed doing them, but obviously when I was in Glasgow, I was going to the games every weekend, so I wasn't available to do them. But yeah, they'll be back. What do we get for winning Nations League group? Well, we get second seeds in our qualifying group for the Euros. So that will just make it easier to win the Euros qualifying group, especially if it's a group of 6 and you can get 2 automatic qualifications from that group. It'd be really, really, really handy. I don't know how that wasn't a foul on Shea Adams there, but the referee is proving not very popular at Hampden now. They never really are. Robertson's not happy with your Armenian fella who's gone down there. Don't it mean Celtic Thunder carrying? Yeah, I mean they're. Warren, mate, I've never stayed in Dunfermline ever. A common misconception. Doing a watch along for the Ireland game. I know I'll be in the pub for the Ireland game, but next week for the Armenian game again, we'll do a watch along for that. So I will be live next Tuesday as well for the Armenian game, unless the boys do a watch along for the Ireland game. I certainly won't be doing it because I'll be in the pub on the Lash. Not like me, I know. So is the Euros 2014? I don't know. I think it might be, but I don't know. They were talking about making it 32, but they're not, which is just nuts. It really just takes away the special feeling of these major tournaments if you get more and more teams there. Christie with the ball to the back post towards Ralston, heads it back. No takers for Scotland. It bounced. Maybe McGregor could have gambled. It comes out to McGregor on the right foot. Gets it to McGinn. Ralston. McGinn will go down the line. Ralston back for Armstrong. McGregor opens up on the left foot. Will have a pop. It's deflected. Comes perfectly to Andy Robertson. Plays in. Christie didn't. It's out for a goal kick. I'm amazed Clarke's not ringing the changes, to be honest. I mean, why Andy Robertson's still on the pitch, I don't really understand. But it is what it is. I would be looking to get Greg Taylor on. Who do you think will win the World Cup? Don't know. Good question. Good question indeed. Who will win the World Cup? I haven't really thought about that. Actually.
Oh, I'm blue.
What the fuck's happened to you?
I'm blue.
I'm blue. But what's going on there?
What is going on there? What is good? That's a meme. Right? I think that's actually happened once or twice before in live streams.
Someone clip that.
I think that's me sorted there. I'm not blue anywhere. Blue nose, you know.
What a shambles. Ryan's a blue. He is. Somebody clip that.
Aye. Sorry, I missed much while I was away there.
Not really.
Good. World Cup though. Good question. Who will win the World Cup? So we were talking about this in Xbox the other night.
Argentina are in a good run of form just now.
Yeah, we were talking about it in Xbox the other night, and I've got a bad feeling.
Oh, no chance. The thing is, I don't even think they're going to be close this time.
Who, England?
Yeah, don't think they'll be close.
I've got a bad feeling, mate.
Because they've got a fucking charlatan of a manager who doesn't play his best players.
I know, but the fact they got to the final of the Euros, I'm like...
I just don't think they're going to get close this time. I think it's going to be Argentina or France. I'd love to see Argentina win it, man.
Argentina's Portugal's a shout again. I know they weren't great at the
I would love to see Ronaldo or Messi, hopefully Messi, win it. Portugal are not going to win the World Cup, I don't think. But Argentina would be really cool.
I want Germany to win it, obviously. I always go with the Germans, but yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting to watch. It's just annoying. I mean, technically speaking, we should have a World Cup like right now.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be nice for a one-off, I think, to have a World Cup at Christmas time. Just for a wee one-off. Yeah, for a one-off thing, it'll be cool. But it can't be permanent. You tell me, I mean, Christmas time is exciting enough already, but with the thought of a World Cup final, 4 days before Christmas?
I suppose, yeah.
It's going to be really cool. Christmas nights in the pub watching the fucking football. Yes, please. Yeah, it's very flat at Hampden now. Scott Rail did tell people to leave early for the trains. I wonder if anyone took the advice. I think the last train leaves Mount Florida in about 10 minutes.
Seen Hamish from 67 AOL put up quite a funny tweet, and he was like, Scott Rail predicted the game would be done by half time.
Yeah, they did well, to be fair to them.
Everybody up the road.
Someone saying dark horses Denmark. I mean, after fucking hearing about Turkey being dark horses for the Euros, then they lost every single game.
Every single World Cup and Euros without fail, the dark horse always does shit. Every time without fail. Like, I think the only time I can remember a dark horse going decently far was Croatia. Of course, Croatia made it to the final. That's the only dark horse I can think of who actually went out and made a decent run of it.
Yeah. Denmark, yeah, potentially. Ericsson back in the fold will be good though for them.
Yeah, of course. Will he be allowed to play? Yeah, because obviously it's different in all these. Obviously in Italy, he wasn't allowed to play because of the pacemaker. So
I would imagine so. I hadn't thought about that actually. It's a good point. I hope so. He's back playing. No, because he is. He's back playing for Denmark. He's already back playing.
Oh, that's of course.
Yeah, what a ball from John McGinn for Che Adams. Hits it out for a corner. Lovely bit of play. Good movement from Adams. Really good first time pass from McGinn. Scotland used to be classed as dark horses in the 80s. Well, 78. What a fucking team we had.
Should I won it, mate? Should I won it?
We fucking listen. Worse teams have won tournaments than that 78 Scotland team. I mean, think about all the boys that were fucking. I mean, like Souness, Dalglish, fucking hell, all them boys. Joe Jordan, all them. Corner, Ryan Christie to take and swing it. Let's hopefully not boot it all the way across the box. Or I don't know why McGinn's not taking it. I like that one. You know the one we did where Suter scored against Denmark when it went to the back post and back across. We tried it against Ukraine and it didn't quite come off, but it's nice.
I'm going to do my B reel, so give a pose.
Like so.
Right, there we go.
Christie whips it in. Oh, it's punched down to Ralston. Oh, blocked. Ralston's head. He's just fucking clattering into everybody now. The Ralston one's interesting because he's done as much as he could have done tonight. Oh, wow. Good ball. Armenia down the left-hand side. They're really struggling to get men forward, though. Yeah, we've got back really well. Yeah, Ralston's done everything he could do tonight, but I still think it's Patterson's jersey to lose just based on previous performances. Wow, really well done. But he's just done too much, Robertson. He's got it back.
Ralston's.
Robbo's done really well. Great ball over to Che Adams. Can he get there? Oh, it's going to be too long for him. Edward Boyle asks, when will Spec Advocate be returning to Twitch?
Oh, Spec Advocate. Is that what I'm going by now? I like Spec Guardiola. There's a specky one. That's what I like to go with. Hopefully very soon. I keep saying hopefully soon and that. The only reason I'm saying I have to keep saying it hopefully soon is because I'm still kind of getting things set up in here. And
we should just do another FM save over the summer.
We fucking should, mate. I think that I've managed to sort all the Wi-Fi issues that I did have in here when I first moved back. So I'm hoping very soon. I think that I want to kind of enjoy summer as well. So it will come back, and when it comes back, I want to make it as consistent as possible.
How many hours are you putting into your full-time job just now a week?
Oh Christ, let me think. I have been properly. The only thing that annoys me is I leave it till quite. I'd love to get up at 9 and then just do it for then, but I'm a lazy dick and I wait till like 12. But then I spend like, 11. I'd say, if I put my maximum effort into a video.
Yeah, a wee fucking Celtic breakfast news live stream on the go every morning.
See, that's what I want to do as well. I want to do like wee live streams if breaking news and such comes out. But I think I would say right now the average has been about say like 11 till 4 for like doing a full kind of effort on the videos, which hasn't been bad. It's nice.
Fuck me, you call that a full-time job? That's embarrassing.
That's it's the life of what. But then if you do a FIFA career.
Oh, Ralston, that's fucking delightful, son. Robertson to head it back across.
I'm telling you, Ralston's giving himself the shout here. You know what I mean?
I know, but well done, Robbo. Cuts it back. Oh, unlucky. Great challenge, Stuart Armstrong. Lots of fucking fight here. Oh, I mean, I could be in again, no. Oh, Jack. Oh no, they're in. Oh, fucking amazing, John Suter. Fantastic. What a bit of defending that was from the big fella. He did so well there. 1v1 against his man, won the ball back, and off we go again. Great bit of defending from Suter. Love that.
We bring it up every single time, but it's nice just to have centre-halves.
I know.
It's just nice to have
a number of centre-halves too. Everyone's a bit knackered after that period of play. We're slowing it right down now, but here we go again. Christie fishes it wide to Robertson. Oh, it's a great ball for Ryan Christie, and it's really well intercepted, in fairness. Love that from big soapy Suter.
So we've not really covered it. So what was your kind of reaction to the whole Robbo beer fucking drinking shebang thing?
I went two ways on it, right? So initially I was a bit irked, but then the more I thought about it, it was like, oh, for fuck me, he's the ultimate pro. He wouldn't have been pissed. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he said the longest season ever, he's allowed a beer. Right, that was my initial kind of reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it, and I saw a really good post after it on Twitter. Is if he was pictured out in the street drinking 3 days for the Champions League final, would he have played in the Champions League final? No is probably the answer. So why was this different? And I guess, obviously it is different in the circumstances. If we'd have won, nobody would have given a shit. And we didn't lose the game because Andy Robertson had a couple of beers on the bus, by the way. Let's just get that right out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, because we lose, these things become a bit of it's a storm in a teacup, isn't it, really? It's not great, but fuck me, if we win, it's a bit of a meme, isn't it?
I was still like a little bit annoyed, but I wasn't like, oh my god, Robbo fucking out booze and blah blah blah. Like, I do you know what? I generally didn't care enough about the game in general to even care about that as much as what some people did. So
no, you'll have your fucking half and half scarf on Saturday.
A half and half scarf.
Of
course, I'll have the tricolour draped.
Our high line's getting us in trouble again. The same fella's in down the side. Can he find a pass? It's a good effort, and it's saved by Gordon. But this I mean, it's the third or fourth time in this game. One long ball over the top has got them in, and it happened for the first goal the other night. It's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's nice being back just in general. But doing like a wee. Remember we used to do the watch alongs on a Saturday.
Well, I was just saying that to the chat away there. If I am still here at the start of next season, they will be making a return because they're good, man.
Because obviously you've been up there. How's it been up the road anyway?
Love it. Really liking
it. Back to work and all that.
It works tough, but it's it's what it is. It's making decent dough. Mali games on a Saturday, enjoying that. So yeah, it's been all right. Enjoying it. Weather's been good as well in the last week or so, which helps. Up here when the weather's good, I wouldn't like to be anywhere else.
Oh, David, we've been blessed. We've been blessed. Oh yes.
I thought you were away clicking on them links when you were disappearing all the time.
Where do I sign for this?
Sign me up now.
I'll take it.
They get more reaction out of me if they super chatted. I'm telling
you. Send us money and we'll go to your website. You can take our bank details then.
Shooter's done well again, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I noticed this yesterday. Once again, a little bit off topic, you could say, with Scotland. But I was listening to Louis van Gaal speak on Eric Ten Hag. Louis van Gaal's looking really well for a man who, of course, was sadly diagnosed with prostate cancer. He was speaking and he looked really well. I was glad to see that. I was happy for him. Because obviously it's not a nice thing to hear when someone's, of course, diagnosed with a terrible illness. But he looked well, and I appreciate the fact he's still gone for it with Holland. He's
Louis van Gaal's army.
Aye, he seemed very quick to touch on the problems up the stairs at Manchester United, which wasn't so much of a surprise.
Regular maths debater. Yeah, I know you're trying to catch me, right? I'm not Robbie from Massive TV. I love Jack Mate Tears. What's he greeting about now?
Was he he was getting it stinking last night.
Oh, about the 0-0 thing. About the Scotland England 0-0 trophy, right? I can't tell you how little I think about that game. Honestly, I never think about it. Ever.
Same. Couldn't care.
Interesting. Yellow card out there for one of the Armenian boys. They've been a bit naughty with some of their... How the fuck have we not made a change? Does Clarke not know we've got a game on Saturday? Jesus Christ. The yellow card was given there, a free kick to be taken by Robertson, I would think, in a decent area. Spertsian, he was the guy who scored the goal against fucking Ireland. McGinn with a free kick, whips it in. Oh, and the referee done that really annoying thing of blowing the whistle after the free kick was taken. Armstrong, bit of pushing and shoving. There's been loads of needle in this game, and I'm loving it, to be perfectly honest.
The Armenians have really turned up, haven't they? They're wanting a wee bit of a fight.
Scrap. Even Armstrong's pushing people now. He's the most intelligent football in the world.
We've got a super chat. There we go. Joseph Coyle, what a legend. £5. Just say thank you to the Scottish football community for helping me through the toughest times. Well, Joseph, we're all with you, son. Thanks
Love it, son. Super. Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Good community. Good chat tonight. I've had about 200 viewers at times and stuff. It's been good. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
I have enjoyed it. I do like these chilled shows.
Who would you have liked to have joined us tonight? Who would you have been giving it stinking?
Peter Grant.
Oh well, I thought I was expecting you to maybe say McGinley.
No. Kendall always like to give him stinking. McGinn puts it in. Oh, it hit something. But I thought it might be a hand, but it wasn't. It hit his face. Fuck me, they're down all the time, these bastards. I know he's booted the ball. The ball just hit you in the face, you clown. I'm not enjoying this. Bit too much fucking stoppages for me.
It's getting to that point in the game now, isn't it? Kind of a couple of stoppages here and there.
Nah, the game has been dead for a while.
I think that there is going to be a very big split. I'm just kind of scrolling through Twitter and already Celtic Twitter, rightfully so, are buzzing about Tony Ralston's game today and how well he's played and the goal and everything else. You know, I think it's an exciting conversation to ignite, to say the least. You know, it's good.
Yeah, the Ralston Patterson debate is going to rumble on, but the fact is we didn't have a right back a year ago. Like, Scotland's right was O'Donnell and that was it. We've now got goalkeeper
who was even backup to?
Oh, brilliant, Che Adams. Oh, it's blocked. He's so desperate for a goal, but it's not happened. The backup would have been Liam Palmer. Remember him?
Oh my God, Palmer! Oh my.
Yeah, it's a fucking lifetime ago, isn't it? So Palmer, we've gone from Palmer O'Donnell to Hickey, Ralston, and Patterson. So we've really upgraded in that department, which is good. Where's Mkhitaryan? Yeah, good question. But apparently he has retired now from international football. He can't be that old. Maybe 33, maybe max.
Callum Patterson.
No, fucking Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Henrik Mkhitaryan. I think it's Callum Patterson.
Nobody said Callum Patterson.
My head is up my ass. I apologise.
Oh, here come the changes. Nathan Patterson is going to get minutes, and so is Aaron Hickey. They are two of the substitutes I saw there. So it'll be Robertson and Ralston off. Now that's going to suggest. What does that suggest to you? Does that suggest that we're saving Ralston for Saturday, or does it suggest we're getting minutes in Patterson before Saturday?
That's a good question, isn't it? I think the latter of the two.
I would say so.
I think, yeah.
Leisman's got to get a fucking flag off. Have they actually won a corner there? That should have been offside. That's really frustrating. The goal kick, I think. So here come the changes. One for Armenia. Not got a clue who's gone off.
Do you know who the names are?
Oh, Spersian is going off. He's the only one I actually know because I know he scored the goal. Goal Armenia. No, there's not been a goal for Armenia. Sorry to upset you, but it hasn't been. What on earth happened to Akechi Anya? I fucking loved me some Akechi Anya. You know that? What a player, man. Rapid. We'll never forget that goal against Germany.
Did Akechi Anya score against
Germany?
Was it?
He set up the. He took the corner for the goal against Ireland. No, he didn't. What did he do against Ireland? I can't remember. He scored against Macedonia. He would have been involved that night. Was he involved in that goal? No, because it was Maloney to Brown, wasn't it?
You got one thing we haven't touched on at all tonight. Have you put any coupons on for tonight's game?
I've not put a coupon on for fucking months.
Same, mate. Same.
Mainly because 365 have kicked me out of my account.
Right,
Again, through to Adams, who will be offside, and the flag does go up.
I put one on for the Champions League final, but it was a free bet. But apart from that, I've not touched a coupon in ages, and I've enjoyed not touching it.
A mate of mine, I put a coupon on for a mate of mine, right, and it came in. It was like we cashed out for like 200 quid, right, and I went to log in the next day to take the money out, and they kicked me out of the account and said my passport hasn't recognised, right? And I've got like no ID just now. I'm all waiting for it to arrive. But they want like 3 forms of ID to fucking get me back in. It's a bit of a joke. McTominay is coming on as well. Interesting. Why the fuck are we not playing Ross Stewart and Jacob Brown? What have these boys got to do? Jacob Brown's been in 3 squads now? He's not had a fucking sniff. I just don't understand it. I cannot understand it.
But for what I was going to lead on to anyway is for people who might have a cheese slice coupon, if they were wondering who has been booked tonight. Spersian was the last to be booked. The other players to be booked: Cal McGregor for Scotland and Harrion for Armenia as well. But Scotland dominating the game. If you just look over the statistics right now for the game, Scotland dominating 71% of the possession.
Again, that's lovely. Fuck me, pass the ball. So many players in the Scotland team now want a goal for themselves, and it's kind of annoying me a little bit because we're missing the option now.
They haven't been as fluid, I think. In the
we're shooting where we should be passing a lot here, and that's kind of annoying. Armstrong is shot again and gone wide. It's just not sure I'm having it. But the substitutions will be made now. With 17 to go, and it is Hickey, McTominay, and Patterson on for imagine Robertson, Ralston, and maybe one of the fielders, Cal McGregor, maybe. Get him some rest. But, job done. I mean, at the end of the day, we had to win tonight. We have won tonight and we've played reasonably well.
Listen, any way to start this this group positively, I would have taken, and we've managed to do that. So I'm pretty happy with a win to start off the group. It would be nice at this point if Ireland got a goal, drop points. Ukraine were on 1 point. That'd be nice.
I actually didn't think of it like that. I should have been thinking about that. I'm guessing it is still 1-0 over there.
I'll go and quickly check. I'd assume so. I don't see Ireland get much out of the game. It is currently still 1-0 with 17 minutes to play. Same as the Scotland game, of course.
Yes. A wee late goal from fucking who even plays for Ireland up front? Callum Robertson, maybe.
I honestly, this is something I was thinking about the other day. This is the starting 11 for the Republic of Ireland, right?
Kelleher,
Collins,
all right, okay.
Duffy, Egan,
fuck off.
Egan, Christie, Hendrick, Cullen, Stevens, Robinson, Ogbin, and Knight. I have no idea who half of them are.
So Hendrick, Duffy, Kelleher, Stevens, Egan, Robinson. I think the ones I know.
And then, you look at the bench. I know Hourahan. They've got Keane, Parrott, McLean, Brown, Malumbi, Talbot, O'Shea, Obafemi, Hamilton.
Well, Stuart Armstrong makes way for Scott McTominay. I can't understand why he's not giving Callum McGregor some rest, but anyway.
I think McGregor is just always going to be the player we say, surely he should get a wee rest. And he's never going to get a rest. He's never going to get it. You sleep when you're dead. That's
Ralston goes off 75 minutes for him in his first Scotland start and done very, very well. Very, very well. Gets his goal, involved throughout, and he comes off for Nathan Patterson, who now knows he's going to go out there and put a performance in because he needs to fight for that position. And it's really good because those two will push each other, which is good.
Yeah.
Robertson makes way as well, hands the armband to McGinn, and he goes off for Aaron Hickey, who comes on at left wing back, his more natural position, should we say.
I like this, Cammy. That's a good comment, that. I enjoyed that. Juan Specky Bastard. I'm going to copyright that, in fact. I like that.
Aaron Hickey does still look like a child, doesn't he? Did Frankie from Tesco, did he ever tell you a story about him being in a gaffer, Aaron Hickey?
I thought you were going to talk about Frankie for fucking... that band, what they call. Anyway, no,
Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons.
No, not Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons. I can't remember what they're called. It's a lassie. Anyway, no, it rings a bell, but I can't think of it.
He was in a gaff last June in Coatbridge, and he was talking to this boy, and he was like, he proper recognised him, but couldn't tell why. And the boy was telling him that he worked away in Italy and all this. And then the next morning, Frankie realised it was Aaron Hickey. Ball in the box. Adams can't put it in there. I think he's going to be offside anyway.
I like the humble side of it. I work away in Italy. Not I play football in Italy. I work.
Patterson's done really well there. Back to McGregor, McTominay. For a bit narrow. I thought Adams was offside with that chance there. Into McGinn now. He's got his back to the defender, using his strength. Out to Patterson. A wee third goal would be nice just to cap this off. Put a bit of icing on the cake. Hickey getting a run at... Is Hickey left-footed or right-footed? Somebody fucking tell me.
I think he's right-footed. I'm sure he's right-footed.
So why is everyone going why... I don't get it.
Might be wrong.
He must be very comfortable on both.
He probably will be, because if he plays left and right back from time to time, he'll have to be, won't he?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what foot he actually...
He is right-footed, says Kendall.
Yeah,
so why is everyone going why do we not play a right back at right back? But he plays right back for Bologna and he's right footed. So
according to Transfermarkt, he is both. They're both footed, And Transfermarkt is a very reliable website. I trust Transfermarkt.
Do you not call it Transfer Market? Is that not what it's called?
No, I think it's Transfermarkt, mate. I'm pretty sure it's Transfermarkt.
I thought the whole point was it was market without the E.
No, because it's a German website, and one of the head editors is on the Bundesliga podcast I listen to. When they introduce him, they always say, "Oh, it's whatever his name is, Serge from Transfermarkt." So I'm sure.
The Bundesliga podcast just talk about how it's the most overrated league in the world.
Listen, it's
as proven by pretty much everything that's happened in European football.
Well, listen. At no point this year has there been, at any point you could turn around and say it's been the best league in the world, but it's still the most entertaining to watch. I love watching.
All our teams in Europe absolutely bottled it. Bar Frankfurt, who saved it.
Well, listen, I was about to say, they're fucking one of the sides won the competition, fuck's sake.
Why is Adam not alive? Is he living it up in air? No, Adam, he's probably back. He's probably not in air just now because uni's obviously off, isn't it?
Fucking
when's top German football happening? Fucking never. Marked is German for market. Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of people
both kind of right, maybe.
A lot of people want me to start an F1 podcast on the second channel.
I'm sure lots of people don't want that as well.
I think it'd be great. Me and Spunk.
That'd be good. Aye.
Talking shit about.
Oh, it was onside, Adams. That's really annoying. It could have been a goal.
Was he onside?
Aye. Couldn't get out his feet though, could he?
Just
Struggling with toothache. Oh, Kendall's got toothache before his birthday. That's a shame.
Can I eat the cake? I'll take some.
Alright, you're always taking a cake.
I love the cake.
So I've not had any dinner, right? And I don't think I've got anything in, which really upsets me, to be honest.
And you're not. How does it feel not having the simplicity of just ordering wee Benson's and a McDonald's?
I'm late in the day for that Benson's now. Right.
So how far away is your nearest McDonald's?
It's in Fort William, so what, like 50 mile?
Oh, dear me. Do you ever just, you and your pals ever just go drives to it?
No, very rarely. Never, really.
So basically, when you're up there, you just don't have McDonald's at all?
Yeah, never.
Wow, I could not imagine my life.
See, when I was down last week for the game, I really wanted a Nando's when I was down, but I didn't have time.
I went to...
Missing a Nando's, I have to say.
I went, for the first time in my life, I ate out alone. I went to a restaurant myself.
That's fucking tragic.
How's it tragic? It's very normal. It's very a lot of people go out and eat themselves.
A lot of people with no mates.
Adams
runs for McGinn off the ball. Comes out to Patterson. I think he saved it. Jesus Christ. McTominay blocked, deflected, corner. What a save this might be, by the way.
It wasn't an actual restaurant. It was Yo Sushi. I went myself. It was brilliant. Enjoyed it. Sat there myself. Nice.
Let's have a look at this. Does he save this?
I can hear Stevie reacting down the stairs there.
What a strike. What a save.
Does he get a touch? He does,
Oh. Jesus Christ. What an effort from McGinn. He absolutely rattled that. Christie with a corner. Low out to McGinn. Helps it back across. Punched away. Nice set piece, that. Hickey for Cal McGregor. Hits it deflected for another corner. Matthew McGinn says going for Scran on your own is underrated.
It is underrated.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We took a quick corner and I completely missed it.
I shit myself when I went. I walked right past the door and I had to pick myself up to go back.
It's gone for another corner. I missed that quick corner there. Watch it and tell me what happened. Chrissy's getting ready to take the next corner.
Gonna quickly go and check the scores in the other games.
Out swinging, and it's bounced.
Belgium are battering.
Your man just overhead kicked, cleared it.
Belgium are battering Poland 4-1. Other scores remain the same.
Belgium are battering Poland 4-1.
Yes,
Poland were 1-0 up to.
I'm going to Poland this month. I'm away over there for a few days.
Krakow.
I'm enjoying the thought of that.
Mm-hmm. Steg's getting a lot of fucking holiday action.
No,
he's on holiday now. He's going to Poland.
I've got a bad lineup. So I've got Krakow at the end of the month. Then I've got nothing in July. I've got Magaluf in August, and I've got Santa Ponza in September. It's not bad.
Nothing at all planned.
Nothing.
I'm gonna go do a bit of cutting about in winter though. I quite fancy going to I don't know, just loads of places.
Well, me and Kieran Old and a couple of other boys are intending on.
Oh wow!
Doing all the European away trips.
This could be a great goal. Oh, unlucky. Patterson involved again. He's looked good since he's come on, to be fair. He's very tall, Patterson. I forget how leggy he is.
What height actually is Nathan Patterson?
I don't know. He must be 6'1", maybe.
I don't think he's taller than me.
No,
I don't think so. It might be. Yeah, by the way, I'll check.
It's probably
apparently he's 1.83 metres.
Somebody tell me what that is in old money.
So what's that to feet? He's 6 foot. He's about the same height as me. Height as me. Yeah, well, he is. He is about the same height as me. Right. He just looks, because he's skinny, you know what I mean? He looks taller.
Here comes Ross Stewart and Jacob Brown. Just fucking too late. What are they supposed to do in this amount of time? Because we've got Jacob Brown. He turned England down. I mean,
is that an actual thing? That?
No, it's not really.
No, it should be. Enjoyed that.
Fucking good. I've been excited to see Jacob Brown get a game, but the thing is about Nations League is there isn't actually pointless friendlies anymore, so you don't get the chance to do these sort of things. He plays off a striker in a 3-5-2 for Stoke, so he should be good for this.
Yeah. I just keep forgetting that Jacob Brown actually exists. The first time he was called up to the team, I was like, who?
You excited to see Ross Stewart here?
Do you know what? Yeah, same. I seen him get brought up in the comments earlier. Brilliant season, eh?
Yeah. Delighted. I'm really happy Sunderland got promoted, to be honest. Alex Neil did a really good job there. Oh.
Yeah, that's my mic going off there. Sorry.
What the fuck are you listening to? Eh?
My bad. I was watching a Snapchat story. My bad. I'm just scrolling through stories.
I thought it was a porno you were watching for a second.
No, well, listen, no, I'm not getting caught for that yet. I was scrolling through Snapchat stories just to see what was happening and fucking bang. I was like, oh, shit. Oh.
We've got Jacob Brown. He turned England down. We should get a proper chant. That's great.
I think that's
again really well done. Oh fuck me! I would just love a third goal just to fucking icing on the cake. This one. I'm gonna do another one of these for the game against Armenia next Tuesday. I don't know if you want to join me, but.
I should be available. I mean, this is my job now, isn't it? You know, I've got a
no fucking excuse, really.
Yeah. Unless I'm, of course, busy or whatnot. But
people were asking about a stream for the Ireland game on Saturday, but I'll be in the pub.
You'll be in the pub.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're not in the pub, you could maybe do that. Could be a penalty kick, no?
That could. I thought you were talking to me as if like penalty for the pub or something. I was like,
here, come on, Scotland. Let's get a third here. Man on, Christie. Oh, okay. McGinn did that thing where when he backs into somebody and he gets pulled down. He did that, but like out of the box, and it gets given all the fucking time.
Yeah, I think that once again, as I touched on earlier, everybody's second half hasn't been as fluid. But I'd find it hard to say anybody's been harsh to anybody.
I think they're all on Premier Adam. To be honest, I don't think any of them are on Sky. That's what's done now with Sky. Poor old Ian Crocker.
Goodbye, Sky. Ian Crocker will be fucking delighted.
No, he's devastated.
Okay,
he loves the Scotland games.
I'll be delighted. There's a few extra days off for him now.
You wouldn't want a day off if you did that job.
Nah, true. I know.
Hey, handball given. Oh, he's raging, the wee fucking hairy bastard. Eh? Look at that nose on him. What a fucking beak he's got. Jesus. Do some serious damage with that thing.
My goodness, God almighty.
He looks like the third coming of Christ, honestly. With a big nose. He's not happy.
We're christening another Christ here.
Here comes Ross Stewart and Jacob Brown.
There's my camera away again.
Adam, get Premier paid for, you tight bass. What is it all you lot not paying for Premier? Says me, whose dad pays for Premier Smokes.
Oh, my wires became unattached. Hold on. I need to sort the wire.
Ross Stewart's top is really big for him. Really big. Oh, there's Ryan away. Debut for Ross Stewart. Really nice to see. Che Adams off for Jacob Brown. Frustrating night for Adams not getting his goal, in fairness. But listen, it's not. He's an on-the-shoulder striker, isn't he? Really, he's not really one for a game like this. Ross Wilson says, "Tell Ryan to watch the game." Ryan's not watching the game. He's hearing me watch the game and reacting to it. How the fuck you affording 4 holidays? YouTube money's good there. Not for me. But anyway, McGregor pings it across to Scott McKenna. What's the thing about getting these early goals? It just changed the whole game.
Right, I think my camera should be coming back on here. There we go. Yes, I had to reattach the wire there, sorry. I'm watching the game, you cheeky dick.
The comments were telling you off for it.
What was the comments telling
me? Great ball. Callum McGregor. Into McGinn. McGinn! No! Just in the roof of the net. That would have been a good goal.
Comments can't... What did they tell me off for?
Not watching the game.
How am I affording 4 holidays in YouTube money? Listen, we all live our own lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things can be done. And that is being done.
We got a couple of super chats tonight. 3, I think, Colin. Aaron Smith got the first one when you were away. And then there was one from James McKenzie and then Joseph. So, 3 super. You can't complain with that. I love a wee super chat, me. That was a foul. I just want Ross Stewart to score now. That's all I really want. Or Jacob Brown.
Yeah, that would be. I would like Ross Stewart to score.
He could be a really good player at international level because he's got all the attributes you want. He's strong, he's quick, runs the channels really, really well, and really good hold up play. And now he's started scoring goals.
How do you think he'll fare in the championship?
I don't see why he wouldn't do well, to be honest. I mean, we'll find out pretty quickly. But
I think that they'll come. I think they'll get close to. But I don't know if they'll do it this season. But I think they'll get close to back to back.
I think they'll hope to push for the playoffs. But it's doable.
That is very doable. And
Oh,
Alex
decent.
Neil's a good manager.
Oh, Callum McGregor, what have you done? And they're probably going to be in here off the back of that mistake. Good save, Craig Gordon. Easy save, but Callum McGregor hand is up there. He made a bit of an arse of that. But
I refuse to give Gordon any credit. I'm sorry.
It was just a piss easy save, but
I refuse to give him any credit.
Bit of a mistake from McGregor, but we'll let him off. If ever there was a time to do it, it was now. Get TV streams installed, all the channels. Wow. Here we go. Right, a minute left. Come on, let's get a fucking third goal.
This is actually a question I meant to ask earlier on. Is it 3 or 5 subs? 5?
5. Maybe even more, actually, I think.
More?
Might
How many fucking subs are you going to let a team make in a game?
Must be. Well, in international friendlies, you get fucking 11, don't you?
Christ almighty. Look at these accusations, by the way, in the chat.
I know, I'm refusing to acknowledge it.
Bloody hell. Hey, Jesus Christ. What do you take me for, fuck's sake? Bloody hell.
But his mobile number is...
No, absolutely not. You know, I've got SAS. I get SAS.
5 subs, 3 stops, apparently.
Get my YouTube money, and I've also just made redundant as well. So we're living
that's sweet Tesco coin.
Reasonably well at the moment. We eat well at the moment.
You know what? I actually miss Tesco. You know that? I miss it.
Aye.
I do. I miss it.
I miss the camaraderie. You know.
So do I.
But I don't miss the
good changing room, good dressing room in there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't miss the job.
Boys.
I don't miss stacking the shelves.
No, I mean it wasn't even work though, was it?
Nah, it was not. To be fair.
Go on, John.
Go on, son.
Fucking pass the ball instead of shooting all the time. Getting annoyed now.
Well, for the Ireland game, it could be a shout. We could get maybe. What time's kick-off on Saturday for that?
5 o'clock.
Oh, it's such an awkward kick-off time, isn't it?
It's a nice kick-off time.
It's just Saturday. Keep it free. Just keep it free.
I think you should step up and do a stream for that. Since I've stepped up tonight and got one on the go, and I'm going to be doing the same next Tuesday.
I'll try my best as long as I've not got any.
I mean, there is no excuse. The only thing that's going to come up is a last-minute booze, and then you'll be off.
Last-minute booze. I don't know. I should be able to. Yeah.
There's no way you lot won't be in the pub for Scotland Ireland at 5 o'clock on a Saturday.
No, true. That is a terrifying photo. That.
We'd had everyone round at the flat, if we were still down there, wouldn't we?
Yes, that's true.
Everyone would have been round, and we'd have still been there at 5 a.m.
Listen, I can't last that long anymore.
No.
Those days are gone for me. I can't last that. We went to the pub on Saturday. A fun side story.
Fuck me.
Oh, by the way, Wales
have scored.
Have found a late. Oh, but Netherlands have found a late winner. Wales have equalised in 92nd minute. But Holland have scored. Weghorst gets a 94th minute goal after that late equaliser. Wow, that's big. That's big.
See, Weghorst was saying he's too good for the championship.
Yes.
Clown.
Scored 2 goals at this time.
Yeah, Burnley. Should have kept Chris Wood.
Should have kept Chris Wood. But I mean, can you really turn down like 20 odd million for Chris Wood?
No, absolutely not.
No, you cannot.
He would have been in there, Stuart. Good ball from McTominay, defender it well, cut it out.
Have we had the board held up yet? 2 minutes, wasn't it?
We're 2 minutes played. Armenia are probably going to have the last attack of the half of the game.
Of the half. I was about, we're going into extra time here.
So, so after the game on last Wednesday, we went straight for Shed, and it was fucking magic. I have to say, I had a great day.
We might head to Shed just now.
Oh, wouldn't mind a wee Wednesday in Shed. Armenians are still going for this year. Can they get a wee consolation?
No, let's keep the clean sheet here. Come on. The seal of approval on a decent enough game for us.
I wouldn't fancy having to get home from Hampden now, though.
No, not at all. Walking into the city centre, pish.
Oh, referee!
Oh, there's a lovely £5 comment there. Have you tried the L'Oreal Barber Club for your beard? I have not, actually, but thank you for the donation, Joseph. I've only used product for time to time. I've never consistently used any. So, yeah, that's basically all I can say. But I've not tried that. It's too expensive.
Thank you for the £5.
Thank you.
Some man, appreciate it. As we do all the super chats.
What about you, David? Have you tried?
I can't grow a beard. The shitey wee bum chin fucking fluff. 2-0 full time at Hampden Park. 3 points and up the road for the Scotia, which was much needed.
That'll do.
Yeah, but listen, all that mattered tonight was a win. Some decent things to take from it. Tony Ralston probably the man of the match.
First half was better than the second.
Yeah, but the job was done, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah. We're happy enough. And now it's all focused on Ireland on Saturday. Go and win there on 6 points, and we're building positivity again. We can get over last week.
Finished 6-1 to Belgium, by the way, against Poland.
Interesting. Tony Ralston, man of the match, I think. Not much debate, really. John Suter was good. McKenna was good. But
it's got to be the big talking point now, though, David. That's got to be the big talking point. Does Ralston start from here on out for the next couple of games? Give him more.
Well, I guaranteed every Celtic fan who doesn't really care about Scotland that much is just going to go, yes, of course he's going to start. But I mean, it is Patterson's jersey, and he has been very good. And I think he probably will start at the weekend, but we shall see. I have no concerns about his Ralston, though. He's done more than enough tonight to warrant
Clarke. I just want to bring this up for a moment because I am stunned. Who in their right mind would walk from Hampden to Rob Royston? What?
Maybe they're talking about driving with the traffic.
No, it's not. Well, aye, with traffic maybe, but no, surely. No, because listen, I'm just down the road for Rob Royston. I'm 5-10 minute away drive for Rob Royston, and even with traffic, it shouldn't take that long.
Lovely big Asda.
Lovely big Asda. Oh yes, you've been in the Rob Royston Asda. That's right. Of course.
There's John Carver, the best coach in the Premier League.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I love him. Mine when fucking he tore his calf. Celebrating.
Oh, that's right. Aye, that's right.
I was rewatching all the Serbia content after Marshy retired, and fuck me, what a night! What a night!
Sad to see Marshall go.
Aye, Marshy, love him. Gotta love him. Great servant of the country.
Good result tonight for Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely up the road. I'm gonna have to boost because I need to get back down the road.
That's fine. We'll end it there. Just say our thanks and goodbyes and all the rest of it.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure. We'll definitely see you next Tuesday for our live stream. Yes. Whether or not Ryan can be asked to do one on Saturday,
I will try. I will certainly try.
He should be doing one. He's got no real excuse not to.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you later. Cheers.
Right.